with you?
She throwing a fit because they replaced the lights. And one of them happened to be shining on your face.
I can't see.
Yes, you can.
And some Russell Stover spot's running. Everybody's happy. Everybody's giving chocolates for Christmas. It's for Thanksgiving. Spots at Christmas.
What's the matter with you?
I wish.
Why?
If I could die right now, I'd be ecstatic.
Why?
I haven't decided.
What in the world?
I was drinking vodka over the weekend. Saturday? Sunday. Whatever it was. I was out of the normal stuff. And some listener had dropped off a bottle of vodka. And I couldn't tell if the sealer dart had been broken or not. I didn't care. I drank it anyway. Could have been poison. Could have been gasoline.
What are you so depressed about?
I don't know. I just drank it and I thought, this could have gas in it. I don't care.
Why?
I don't know.
Okay. Do you want to talk to Dr. Hamilton about it?
Somehow, I bet he doesn't have a lot of repeat customers because they go off and kill themselves.
They do not.
I'm sure he tells people, hey, I have very few repeat customers. Yeah. Girls are all hanging at the end of their neckties.
No. Goodness.
Why is this light shining right in my eyeballs?
They came in, they replaced. You asked the lights to be replaced, they replaced them. They thought
I didn't ask for the lights to be replaced. I said for the floor to get fixed.
Oh.
What the is going on? They got the wrong end of this.
Hold on. Yeah. Yes, still squeaks.
Didn't sound as bad. Mash it again. No, never mind. You're right. They didn't get it. I didn't ask for the lights to be replaced. I like the ones that were out. I got used to it. Now this one's right in my peepers.
You're normally pretty happy about the holidays. You normally love Christmas. You get the big tree, you decorate.
For some reason, I can't get in my Xmas groove. Okay. I don't know if it was because Thanksgiving started out so sucky or I don't know. And today was just one of those dandy days that everybody goes through from time to time. In a hurry, you're trying to get your stuff done. Your desk fall. Oh, I didn't tell you this. I beat the hell out of my desk last night.
Why?
It vexed me.
A desk?
You beat it. I beat it. I went downstairs and got the biggest hammer that I own, and I beat on it. Sick of particle board.
You need some help if you're mad at particle board. Do you hear what you're saying?
Yeah. Acting like it's real wood. Doesn't hold up like real wood.
No.
It thinks it can.
You beat it with a hammer?
It's the Dan Lewis of furniture. I don't know where Eddie is, but I know.
But you turn the mic on, you find out where he is.
I hear Tassos. I hear Eddie.
That's good. Oh, God.
Where was I?
Beating your desk because it vexed you.
Just it's one of those,
Yeah.
It's one of those desks that's, you got the bottom part where all your stuff sits, and then, like a hutch on top of it.
Okay.
Does that make sense? Okay. And it's one of those assemble yourself things. It took me 2 solid days when I bought it.
I know.
Well, I had to move it out from the wall a couple of times to get to the rear of the computer. Well, by moving it, it screws up the legs. They twist, and now things have popped out, and I'll sit there, and the keyboard and the mouse just drop on the floor. Because that key, so So I put it back together. I swear to God, I am kicking the snot out of the side of the desk trying to push it back together. And I'm screaming. Yeah. Hi, Eddie. I hate wasting a slam on Dan with Eddie out of the room, but it just happened.
Yes.
I like that statement, though.
Yeah.
Particle board is the Dan Lewis of furniture.
Office equipment.
I miss Dan.
Yes. Talk to him over Thanksgiving at all? I don't know. Does he recall anymore?
Who, Dan?
Dan Lewis.
No.
Okay.
Tassos pulled a Dan on Thanksgiving.
He did?
I'll tell you about that in a minute. Plenty of stories to share with you.
Okay.
Yeah, Dan?
Yes, I was wondering why you don't invest in some real furniture instead of this solder woodworking stuff, which is the finest you can make with sawdust and glue.
You know what? It held up, and had I not been pulling the thing back and forth, it'd be fine. But now it's snapped apart, and now I got to buy something because it's dead.
Invariably, that's always going to happen, so it's better just to buy the real thing.
Dan, I've never learned that since I was a kid. I'll sit there and I'll try and do it the cheap way or do something myself and end up paying extra money in the long run.
I know. It's a hard lesson to learn, but maybe before you go to your grave.
Possibly. Thank you. But a desk that size that's real wood?
Yeah. Oh, they're very expensive.
Yeah, that would be pricey because I think this desk was only like $400 or $500. Putting it together was a monumental pain.
I just have a hutch like that, and that was a pain.
I'm sure my neighbors can hear those fits.
No doubt. If you're banging on stuff and screaming.
Just wonder what that looked like from the street.
Through the window.
See a guy in the upstairs window wailing on furniture. Beating it like a redheaded step-Dan. So now I got to go get a new desk. It's all laying in pieces in my office now. Comes apart dandy.
I would imagine. Particle board probably shatters pretty good.
Let's see what else happened. Thanksgiving. Tassos comes over.
Yeah.
With several other people. He's leaving. I walk into the front yard to say goodbye. Thanks for coming.
Sure.
Hey, how am I doing on the show?
Oh, he didn't.
Oh, you're doing just fine, Dan.
Job performance review there on the front porch.
That's exactly what he wanted. Hey, I know that you were mad about some editing that I didn't get to a couple of weeks ago, but how am I doing on the show? Just dandy. And I start laughing because it's exactly what Dan Lewis did to me at Brumley's funeral.
Right.
Go to Brumley's funeral, then he follows me to the car. Hey, I want to talk to you about the show. So then Tassos follows me back into the house, really wanting an answer.
What are you going to say on your front porch? You suck your fires.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way.
You'd have a horrible job, and I really was going to wait till Monday to do this, but...
you brought it up.
Yeah.
Stuffing to go?
Perhaps you should take some. Help tide you over. Get over the home. Welcome to the world of particle board.
Oh, man.
Then I had the big fight with my dad on Thanksgiving.
Mm-hmm. You had a fight with your dad?
Mm-hmm. He calls about 11 o'clock Thursday morning. Do you already know the story, Dan? You don't? I didn't tell it at the... Oh, that's right. You didn't come. And And you weren't there either, Eddie. Yeah. My dad calls about 11 o'clock. Hey, I'm coming over about 1. Do you mind if I bring somebody? No. I figured, he meant some lady he was seeing. Sure. Somebody he met while he was out catting around.
Yes.
So I said, who is it? And he rattles off like 4 or 5 different names. I went, who's that? Just a bunch of people I know, they're big fans and want to bring them over.
Oh, no. They bring listeners to your house on Thanksgiving?
Oh, wait, you're kidding, yeah? He goes, no, they've been wanting to meet you. One of the little 16-year-old girl. I figured I'd bring them over. I went, I'd rather you didn't. Well, it's not like they're regular listeners. They're just big fans. So I went, it's Thanksgiving, and I'd rather not I don't want this to turn into some big appearance.
Right.
Well, we won't stay long. What are you going to tell me? You're going to come over, and we got food, and we're eating, and you're only going to stay a couple of minutes just to do the quick tour in and out. I sign a few autographs, take some pictures, and you're gone. So the conversation was probably about 3 minutes long, and it's back and forth. And you would think as soon as somebody said, hey, I'd rather you didn't, they'd drop it there and let it go.
That would be the end of it.
Yeah. I said, can't you just come by yourself? Well, they're already on their way over here. We was getting ready to drive.
Oh, no. He'd already invited him and told him it was on.
Yeah. I went, wait a minute. So you went ahead and invited him over and didn't even check. Well, I didn't think you'd have a problem with it. I went, forget the fact that it's listeners. A, I don't want them knowing where I live. And B, I don't want strangers in my house on Thanksgiving. I just don't.
How long has he known you, for God's sake?
Obviously not long enough.
Apparently not. Apparently not.
So that goes back and forth. And I said, you know what? You do what you want, but I'd rather you didn't. Well, I don't know why you're being this way. Well, I don't. I'd rather...
Well, now he's got to go back to explain to his friends why it is they can't go.
I said, why can't you just come by yourself? Well, now I got to stay here and entertain him because I already told him I didn't think you'd have a problem with it. Well, I'm sorry. Well, fine. You want to be an ass? Go ahead and be an ass.
Your dad called me
an a-hole on Thanksgiving. And I came this close to going off. And I remembered who I was talking to.
I was going to say. Anybody else?
Because my first inclination is to say something like, that's my first inclination.
Would have been bad.
Yeah. Especially that part. Especially that part.
Yeah.
And I just went, okay, well, have a good Thanksgiving. All right. Click.
Gone.
Mm-hmm. Then didn't come over.
Man.
Then he comes by the house on Saturday.
Mm-hmm. What's he want now?
I don't know.
You did not. You did not. You did not. You looked me in the eye. You did not let your father in the house. Say it. Say you let him in. He's going to kill you.
I didn't call him no a-hole on Thanksgiving. At least I wait till a non-secular holiday.
He drove all the way from where he lives to your house and you didn't let him in?
So? Ain't no colors in my neighborhood.
Stop it. Stop it.
You make it sound like it was inconvenient.
It was very inconvenient. It was hours away. Maybe he was trying to say I'm sorry.
He might have been. I don't know.
How you do that? And your father. I understand that chick last year that you didn't let in. You never see her again.
She had it come.
Well, she
I
did.
didn't call him no ugly names on Thanksgiving.
No.
Ruined the rest of my day.
Did not.
So? He doesn't know that.
Man.
And I almost laughed when he called me an a-hole because it was like talking to myself.
Right.
And then I got pissed off, and then that's when I just went, have a good Thanksgiving. Didn't hear from him the rest of the day. Didn't hear from him Friday. And then Saturday he comes by the house.
Maybe he wants to say I'm sorry.
I don't know. Should have left a note.
Didn't let him in. Did he call later? Say I came by. Nothing?
I don't have my answering machine hooked up.
Oh.
I rewired the phones in my bedroom, so the answering machine's been unhooked for 4 or 5 days.
Wow.
Okay, so fine with my dad on Thursday. Tassos wants a performance review in the front yard. I killed my disc. What else happened? Something else went on.
Anything on Sunday?
Oh, Vance burnt some of the hair off my legs with the Batmobile afterburner.
No. How far back does the flame go now?
We don't know. We jumped back.
All the way to my leg.
when it went off and it got to my legs, that's when I stopped measuring. Because now he's taking kerosene and he's blowing the air with it, so now it's a great big poof of kerosene air. It's like a kerosene fart that you light.
I understand.
So he burnt my leg.
Yeah, hell of a weekend.
And I jumped back, I looked at him and went, let's back it off out here. Just maybe a couple of feet. It's probably a good... See, it came out, I was standing by the bench, and it still got to me. It was probably a good 6.5 feet.
Man, I want to see that.
I got video. I gave it to Eddie. Did you send it to Chris?
Yeah, I uploaded it. He's going to try to see if he can get it.
Did it open for you?
No.
Okay. So that was my weekend. But I spent the entire week doing stuff. We were off for 5 days. We had the Best of Eddie on Wednesday. Mm-hmm. I started burning CDs for that. I gave up on that Thursday afternoon.
We had a lot of orders.
Last time I checked, we were Wednesday, Thursday alone, we sold $1,000 worth.
Oh my God!
I haven't even checked today. I thought, well, I'll just burn them at the house. How long could it take?
Mm-hmm.
Well, it takes 15 minutes per CD. 15 or 11. I forget. That's at 50. That's a 52 speed burner, and it's 80 minutes of content.
Yeah.
And then of the 15 copies I burnt, I realized the whole CD didn't get on there because I wasn't using a big enough CD. So those are all useless. So that was my week.
Best of Eddie was quite funny.
I was listening to that as I was driving over to the shop to meet Vance on Wednesday, and it was when they were doing rock and roll. Like I'm listening to another show.
Yeah, they were doing it.
Yeah. It was a Rock and Roll Jeopardy. Dumbass Jeopardy. Right. And it gets to the part where Trey's laughing in the background, and Eddie's laughing. Then I dropped a line about somebody's mom getting over a yeast infection, and that's when Eddie went on that big one.
Right.
That's the first time I've ever had to stop a car because I was laughing so hard.
Me too. I sat home and listened to it.
And I hate listening to replays of this show.
Yeah.
But I think I listened to the whole 2 hours. And then the CD that they brought me, I listened to that.
Yeah.
Driving around Thursday night.
As many times as I've heard Happy the Clown, I still can't get through that thing without tears.
This CD is going to sell quicker than the last Best Of we did.
I think so.
Yeah. And I'm going to need help burning it. I thought I could get them done by myself. Yeah. I realized, A, it was going to take that long to burn them, and B, how many orders we were going to get just on a holiday. And now as we get into the Christmas season, these things are going to go.
I'll just get somebody to do them.
We're going to have to. I don't care what it costs. I'm going to have to do that. I'm not going to spend the next 3 weeks burning CDs.
No way.
La-da-da-da. Yes, Cole?
Hey, Russ, you going to weigh Tassos from Friday?
Oh, yeah. That's right. We didn't weigh him Friday because of the holidays.
That's right, Russ.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome.
What did he weigh last go round?
326.
Okay, so he's going to have to weigh 324. And after watching him Thursday, that ain't happening. Good. We'll weigh him sometime today. All right. Anything going on with you before we start with news?
Kids come in. I had both my kids and Joy's 5-year-old, so it was a house full of people. That's
okay.
all. Just a lot of fun. Kids drove back to Florida. Everything's fine. Gave my kid his car.
Was he happy with it?
Loved it.
He really liked it.
Loved it very much. He's already taken a picture of it and put it on his website.
He's got a website?
Yeah, just a little thing.
What is it?
I don't even, you know what? Off the top of my head, I don't even know. He loved it very much.
What'd you buy him?
Very happy. Turned out to be a 1995 Corsica Chevy, 4-door, just basic car. Just
how big's the engine?
Really good shape. The V6.
It's probably all right.
Yeah.
What'd you get for it?
I won't say on the air.
Why?
I got a really good deal.
How much? That's a good deal.
It's a very good deal.
Is it hot?
No, it's not hot. It was in great condition.
Why'd you get it for that price?
Friend of a friend runs a lot and just got it as a trade-in. Said, you got to come see this car. You're looking for one. This is what I got. This is what I have in it. You can have it for that. Normally he'd mark it up and sell it for.
Okay. What color is it?
Blue, dark blue.
And he didn't bitch about anything?
Loved it. Oh, wanted me to if I could put a CD player in it before he had to drive back to Florida.
And?
No. Well, sometimes.
You gave him an entire car and he bitched because he didn't have a radio?
He has a radio. He just said, well, I love CDs. I'm like, your mom then can buy you a CD player.
He did not ask for something else.
Yeah, he did. It's a lot of radio stations. Long way between here and Florida.
A lot of radio stations between here and there.
Sometimes there's none. You have to listen to nothing. Good. Enjoy nothing. He didn't bitch. He just asked.
He asked you to spend extra money on a CD player, on a car, an entire car you just gave him. Paid off. There's nothing he's got to pay on it but insurance. You paid for insurance too?
No, I didn't pay for it.
Oh.
He's on his mom's policy. No, I gave him the car. That was it. I said, fuel, insurance, everything, upkeep, maintenance, it's all yours. Don't call me and tell me there's problems.
I bet he does.
I bet he does. I bet I don't care.
Football pool. What's in? What's today? The first? Did the mechanic go over it?
Yes, twice.
Okay, so you're probably not going to have any problems immediately. How long before something would show up? Month?
But he drove it a long way. Yeah, it'd be at least a month.
I'll take... I bet something's not wrong with it, but I bet he'll want something for it for Christmas, even though the car should be his Christmas present.
Oh, yeah.
Is that what you told him it was?
Yes. He's going to pay me back part of it.
Why?
Because I want him to have an investment in the vehicle. It's not a gift. It's partially gift.
I can't do that many pools. You ain't getting that back.
I know.
All right, let's see. I bet he'll ask for something by the 1st. I'll take the 20th. You want something, Eddie?
Yeah, just to ask to see if there's something that he can get something for it. Oh, yeah, I'll go the 19th.
Okay. You want some, Dan? Which day you want?
I'll take the 21st.
Okay. You want some of this, John?
No.
You sure?
I'm not going to give him anything. He can ask all he wants.
That's not the point. He's going to ask. He's going to want it.
Probably. I'll say the 15th.
Okay, 12, 15.
2 weeks.
All right, I'm going to throw down 50. How much for you, Eddie? 5?
Yeah, I'll go 5.
O'Malley? 10?
I'll do 50.
Whew. Sitting at the big boy table. All right, let's see. That's for Ash or something. And then money. I'm not messing with the money one. We'll never see that one. All right. Anything else go on?
Nope.
Okay. All I know is, will we go on vacation again? Was it 3 weeks?
3 weeks.
I don't want to hear from anybody. I'm not going to any parties. I'm not doing anything. When we leave here for the Christmas holidays,
okay.
I'm not reachable.
Disappearing. Okay. You're going to go out of town or you're just going to be...
I'm not reachable.
Okay. Who was bugging you? Did somebody bother you?
I'm unavailable.
Okay.
We'll have our New Year's Eve party at, I think we're going to do it at Cape Buffalo. For not, it can change between now and then. Other than that, I'm not around. I'm going brain dead for a week and a half.
Good for you. You deserve it.
I may leave the country.
You ain't leaving.
Mike?
You're not leaving Dallas-Fort Worth. We all know not to drop by your house unexpectedly and expect to get...
Why not? Why don't you bring some listeners with you? Wait till Christmas Day, call up and call me an ass. Merry Christmas, ass.
Never. Never do that.
My own father called me an ass on Thanksgiving.
Well, he had to go and explain to his friends why you didn't want to see him. And that's put him in an awkward position.
Well, why not call and ask me ahead of time? Hey, I got some friends I want to bring over. Before I ask them, I want to see if you're going to have a problem with it. If you do, I won't even bring it up so nobody's feelings are hurt.
That's what I would do. Well, I wouldn't even take anybody over to someone's house for dinner, just anybody, without asking a day or so ahead, because you got to prepare for food and everything else.
He said they weren't going to stay to eat.
Here's my boy. Take some pictures. Gosh.
And then you got to keep track of all of them.
Sure.
And out in the garage, you hear something fire up.
I told him I could drive the Batmobile.
I didn't think you'd mind. Oh, they can't drive the car? Ass.
Man.
Stood out in my front yard while I'm talking to him on the phone. Trying to explain why I don't want listeners over at my house on a holiday. Forget that it's a holiday. I want listeners over at my house to begin with. All right.
Alrighty.
Ready to go?
Sure.
Here we go. 340, J.D. Ryan's on Live 105.3.
Russ brought to us by Miller Lite.
This hour of the Russ Martin Show is brought to you in part by Miller Lite.
For Monday, December 1st, 2003, Charlene Tilton, 45 today. Bette Midler is 58. Richard Pryor is still around at 63. Lee Trevino is 64. Lou Rawls is 68. And Woody Allen also 68 today.
What's that stuff over there?
That is, those are your Christmas gifts from Benjamin Dover.
What is it?
Well, one of them's a calendar, and the other one's still in a box. I don't know.
What's the calendar?
It's the opposite of those motivational calendars. It's demotivational calendar.
Oh, I've seen these.
And excellence and.
Oh, I see. Each month is a different way not to pay your bills.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
Obviously a Benjamin Dover calendar.
No, it's not.
It's very nice.
I thought you might like those.
What is this? Not very heavy.
I don't know. Open it up.
Can't be very good.
Yeah, that's not true. I don't know what it is.
I bet I don't like it.
Why? Because Dover gave it to you?
Not necessarily. $50 says I can't stand it.
I bet that's not true. He wouldn't do that.
Eddie's in on this.
Okay.
I'll say if I like it.
Okay. Be fair.
Probably some kind of kiss-ass gift.
No.
It sucks.
You never even opened it. It's the box.
Well, I didn't know.
Yeah. It's more than just a box or something inside. It's more than tissue paper.
Okay. I didn't want to jump the gun again.
There it is.
Wow.
What?
Catch me.
You don't like it?
It's a bug scanner. Wireless hidden camera and microphone detector. Find wireless hidden cameras and microphones in hotel rooms, bedrooms, tanning booths, dorm rooms, apartments, homes, offices, boardrooms, shower areas, and more.
It's kind of cool.
Why is he so paranoid?
That's just his.
Nobody knows where he lives. Nobody knows what his real phone number is. He's got a P.O. box for everything.
Yeah, it's just his deal.
I'm sure Benjamin Dover can't be his real name. Everything is a mask, a facade. We don't know who this guy is.
Benjamin Dover.
All we know is he likes to get on shows and jump on companies and jeopardize other people's airwaves. Would you say we know Benjamin what?
Benjamin Dover is his real name. I saw his driver's license.
Doesn't mean anything. He could have changed it.
I guess.
Features wide range detection from 1 megahertz to 3 gig. Operation pull up extendable antenna. Hold down the A button while smoothly scanning unit across suspected areas. Got batteries in it?
I don't know.
Well, you got to unscrew it to get the batteries in. Sucks. No, it's got batteries in it.
Okay.
All right, how did I do this? Hold the A button while smoothly scanning unit across suspected areas. If a radio signal or radio frequency is detected, the bug scanner will beep steadily. Depending on the type of transmitter, the bug scanner will detect the presence of eavesdropping devices 2 to 5 feet away. I will now scan the room. And he's picking up this mic in front of me.
It's not a wireless unit. It's wired.
The B button decreases the bug scanner's range to okay, so you got high and low. So B is like really close. Okay. Do we have anything wireless in here? Where are the 2 ways?
I don't know.
You got yours? Hold it up over there by the glass and see if it, key it up, Dan.
Hold the A button.
Yeah.
There it goes.
All right.
Once it gets within about 2 feet of it, it goes off.
What a wonderful gift. I'll use it the next time I travel.
I don't know. Maybe there's bugs in here. You don't know. The office, your home.
You know what? I've always wondered about that. Because you know how management is, how paranoid they are? Oh, yeah. There could be mics all over this room and we don't know it. These mics that we use, they could be wired to something in another studio, so even though they're off, they could be feeding audio into another room.
Sure.
There's got to be a way to check that out. Fine. I'll play with this later.
Okay. The mayor of Cincinnati said a videotape showed police officers were defending themselves when they used metal nightsticks.
Hey, O'Malley, you want this? That way you don't have to steal it off my desk. What?
Nothing.
Haven't you just noticed little bits and pieces of things have been vanishing since O'Malley's,
Things have been misplaced. A whole bunch of them. Little things. DVD player.
Yeah, great big DVD player. Somebody brought it to give us, I forget for what reason, and I go looking for them, and they're over by his desk. What do you know with those? I thought they were mine. So here, Dan, you can have this. Unless it takes the thrill out of it. I tell you what, I'll leave it on my desk, and you can pretend I said you couldn't have it. What do these things cost?
I do not know.
Bugscanner.com, Addison, Texas. I'll bet you cash that turd gets these for free.
Why is it A, even if he does, what's the difference? Well, it's still a gift. But B,
it's not a gift if you get it for free. How about for the holidays if I give out a bunch of Live 105 3 shirts and some koozies?
A couple of years ago you gave
Josh? No, that's no reason. Was it, what did I say the website was? Bugscanner.com. $35. Wow.
Well, what have you given him?
How many books you think that bastard sold?
A bunch.
Just by being on this show.
A bunch.
And what do I get? $35 bug scanner.
And a nice calendar.
I bet you if you go to his website right now, that bug scanner's on sale someplace. I'm not even giving out his website, so it doesn't sound like a plug. You let me look. Hold on a second.
I can tell you something that is on his website that'll make you feel bad.
What?
He does charity picks every year. The best places to put your money, and the Russ Martin Police and Fire Foundation is on it this year. It's the best place to put holiday giving.
Oh, it is. How very convenient. What a coincidence.
What?
Catch me.
Why? Why is it a coincidence?
He knows that I'm pissed off at him. He knows he's in trouble.
Oh, Operation Kindness was there last year. He wasn't in trouble.
Yeah, let me see. I'll bet you that bug zapper's on here someplace.
It may be.
And what did we get last year?
The towels?
Yes, fabulous towels.
They were.
That he got for free. They were selling on his website. He was like the local distributor for this towel company. Sponsor. sponsoring info. I'll find it. You do your news. I'll dig it up someplace. Go ahead.
Okay, the mayor of Cincinnati said a videotape shows police officers were defending themselves when they used metal nightsticks to repeatedly strike a 400-pound black man who later died after the confrontation Sunday. The cause of the death of Nathaniel Jones, he was 41, is still under investigation. After seeing the video, which was taped by the camera on the police cruiser, Mayor Charlie Lucan rejected activists' demand that he force Police Chief Thomas Stretcher Jr. to resign. While investigations will continue, there is nothing on those tapes to suggest that the police did anything wrong. Like activists say, the death was another example of brutality involving Cincinnati police. The officers who were at the scene on Sunday, 5 white, 1 black, were placed on administrative leave.
I don't understand why they would do that. You see the video?
Yeah, I did.
The very beginning of it, this huge guy swings at one of the cops, and they can't get him down.
Almost takes his head off, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the guy was, 5'6"?
Yeah. 400 pounds.
400 pounds. That's like wrestling a grizzly.
Yeah.
That Daniel Boone went up that tree.
They couldn't get him down, you're right. They had every right to defend themselves. But because it was 2 white officers and a black guy.
It was and he died. It's like 5 or 6 officers by the time it was done.
Eventually, yeah. And they kept saying, put your hands behind your back. And he got back up, swinging again.
I don't get why they would put them on suspension, unless it's just a standard.
That's what they said. That's just standard policy while they're investigating anything. Like the black activists in town, or president of the police union.
What black activists?
The black activists, what does it say? Yeah, they want the mayor to fire the police chief because it's just more proof of Cincinnati police brutality. Black activists say
if they had video of the guy doing nothing and the cops beating on him, that'd be one thing. But they have video of they got it all.
And fighting. Continuing to fight.
You get it?
Mm-hmm. I know. That's what I do.
All right, go ahead.
The Home for the Holidays Driving While Intoxicated crackdown begins today. Dallas Police and Dallas-based Mothers Against Drunk Driving join together each year to remind drivers of the safety initiative. December tends to be the highest number of DWI-related accidents. The Home for the Holiday campaign hopes to reduce that number and get people home safely. Fort Worth man is speaking out after losing his legs in a freak accident. The accident occurred on Friday on North Commerce Street in Dallas. Iglesia Ramirez dropped a crowbar into a tire shredder and then jumped in to get it. The jam suddenly cleared and the machine severed his legs mid-calf. I was yelling at them to stop the machine, but it caught my other leg, and had I not gotten up, it would have shattered me completely. The company employs Romero has set up a bank account to help him with his medical bills. I'll get it.
Why would you go into a chipper or whatever it was?
Tire shredder after a crowbar. Apparently it had jammed, and he thought, well, it'd be safe to jump in here, even though it was still running.
Obviously it wasn't.
Yes. First day of shopping for after Thanksgiving, it's always a big deal. There's a huge mob at a Walmart in Orange City, Florida. Actually, they trampled a woman to get their $29 DVD players. 41-year-old Patricia.
What brand was it?
I didn't say.
Oh.
They trampled this woman, 49-year-old.
Well, what brand was it?
I don't know.
If it's an off-brand, that's absurd.
Patricia Van Lester was the first in line for Walmart's Blitz sale on Friday morning. When the sale started at 6 a.m., the rest of the people in line pushed her down, beginning running over her body toward the DVD players. Patricia's sister said a few people actually stopped to help. Most of them just stepped over her. Doctors say Patricia had a seizure and when she was knocked down and was held in the hospital over the weekend. Her current condition is not announced. As for Walmart, so they have a spokeswoman that says she's disappointed that the melee occurred, but hopes if they don't lose Patricia as a shopper. The Orange City store apologized for what happened and offered to hold a DVD player for when she gets better.
Oh, that's nice.
They couldn't give her one.
Why would they give her one? They didn't trample her.
I know.
They had them for sale.
They should have crowd control, don't you think?
Why?
If they knew that many people were going to show up and just stomp somebody. You know they're going to sue it. You know they're going to sue Walmart.
Why?
Over not having crowd control.
Why would I have to have a department store and have crowd control? I don't have a celebrity there. I don't have some kind of circus act. I'm selling my product. I'm having a sale.
I know.
It's not my fault that people go ape crap, act like a bunch of ass, and trample some chick. Did she die?
No. Not yet. Anyway.
Are they holding one for her?
Yes.
Okay.
All right. We'll see.
I'd say they done all they needed to. Did you hear how much they made over the weekend?
Yeah, that's in her story too. Yeah, Walmart had the largest sales day in history, $1.52 billion.
That's not for the year. That's over this past weekend.
The weekend.
Go ahead. I'm still looking Dover's site for that bug zapper.
Can't you just say thank you? It was a nice gift.
No.
Okay. There is indeed apparently an audio tape out there with Michael Jackson's accusers and the boys giving Michael actually accolades and basically denying Michael abused the child. The tape and an accompanying affidavit that the mother signed were obtained back in February by a private investigator working for Michael. The New York Daily News says that the mother is not denying any of this. She claims, however, she was confused and coerced into making the tape and signing the affidavit. An ABC News correspondent who heard the tape says there's no indication of the sound of their voices that there was anything covered up, and there was certainly nothing rehearsed.
I'm not sure, but I think he's getting a hose on this one.
I think he is too.
I think his whole relationship with kids is suspect at the very least. But this stinks all the way around.
Yeah.
Dan, who are you talking to on line 5? No, don't shake your head at me. Who are you talking to? All the other phone lines are ringing. You spend all your time on line 5. What are you doing?
It's Gary Littlefield.
Who was that? Is that a sales guy?
No, not a sales guy. He's a local promoter. He was the one that helped us out with the haunted house.
Oh, okay. What's he want?
Apparently he's got a private party that he's inviting everyone to, and he was just
Does he not know we're on the air? Why are you talking to him?
Because I was writing down the information for him.
Why? And that's supposed to aid me on the air how? Guess what we're having after the show today? We're having a show meeting.
Okay.
This is not the time to conduct business unless they're going to give me something for free, like a free roof or a free desk or whatever. If they're doing that, then this is the time to take names and phone numbers, but not invite me to some party. Get Littlefield's ass off the phone and screen the rest of the calls right now. Thank you. Happy holidays.
And due to the declining state of Michael's finances...
I want Dan Lewis back.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do. I've decided I miss Dan.
You serious?
Yes.
Okay.
Call Dan, see if he'll come back, Eddie. I miss him. No, don't leave right now. I may throw out a slam and you'll miss it. I don't know when another gem is going to come out that particle board is the Dan Lewis of furniture.
Do you want him back just to torture him, or are you going to hire him?
I think he's had a year of being very
humble.
He's had a bad year.
Yeah.
But he has to know it was a bad year.
You want to be able to tell him every day.
Yeah.
Oh,
he has to understand what he did and why the last year has been so horrible. And riding a stick horse at Six Flags is still not show business. I don't care how you dress it up.
I told that story to somebody and they went, no, that's really funny, but what happened really?
He was riding a stick horse at Six Flags. You can add all the adornments that you want, but you're still riding a horse at Six Flags. You could put a dress on a carp, but you're still fish.
Yes. Okay.
So if he wants to come back and
do what?
He can help produce.
Okay. Okay. Due to the declining state of Michael Jackson's finances, his advisors have asked him to cut back a little bit. They want him to try to scrape by on $1 million per month. If you cut back, they'd be very happy. Comedian African-American activist Dick Gregory says he's going on a 40-day fast for Michael Jackson, and he wants us all to pray every day at noon until the truth about Michael's case comes out. Dick says, quote, Michael is a good man, and I feel he's an innocent man who's been the target of a conspiracy to destroy his career for a long time. Jesse Jackson also weighing in on this. He's echoing Mr. Gregory's sentiment that somebody seems to be trying to bring Michael down. Michael's arrest, this is according to Jesse Jackson, Michael's arrest.
Why Jesse Jackson don't help white people when they're in trouble?
Because he's a black activist.
So? Why can't he just be an activist? Why can't he be a people activist? I've said this before. I think that's what creates a lot of problem with the races is that he only wants to help black people.
True.
I know it's hard to believe, but there are white people that stand up for black people, and there are black people that stand up for whites. Why is it anytime he does anything, it's always for blacks? Except for the fact, I'll give him credit for this, when he went over to Iran and freed was it Iran?
Iraq.
Whatever. Went over there and negotiated the release of the hostages. I'm sure some of those were white, and I'm also sure that was an accident.
Can you keep them?
Keep them in there. I just want the colored feathers. Here we go now. He does the white ones is the dangerous ones. I keep an eye on them.
Jesse does think it is a race thing. He says he wonders why Michael's bail was set at $3 million.
It's not a race thing. It's the fact that he's a celebrity, and somebody's trying to make cash off of him. What about Phil Spector?
He wants to know why Michael's bail was set at $3 million, while Phil Spector's was only $1 million, and why because
Phil Spector wasn't accused of touching nobody's weenie. He just accused of whacking somebody,
killing somebody. Also wants to know why the cops didn't go through Rush Limbaugh's home when it was revealed that he was buying massive amounts of prescription drugs without a prescription.
Well, that was a lovely finish.
Okay, sorry. President Bush actually disappointed some of the troops in Iraq when he joined them for Thanksgiving dinner. They had been told Shania Twain was on the way, actually, because they were trying to keep it such a secret that he was coming in. It's going to be Shania, And he shows up to Bush, and they were disappointed.
Read the last sentence on the Rush Limbaugh thing again. I just kind of floundered there.
Sorry.
Put a dress on it.
He also wants to know why nobody raided the home of Rush Limbaugh when it was revealed he was buying massive amounts of prescription drugs without a prescription.
That's much better.
Thank you. Brett Michaels of Poison says he may be doing...
We got a break? Okay. Just finish up. Read the last sentence of the Rush Limbaugh thing again, and we'll break.
I'll make it really hard.
All right.
He also wanted to know why nobody raided the home of Rush Limbaugh when it was revealed he was buying massive amounts of prescription drugs without a prescription. There's news and information. I'm J.D. Ryan, Live 105.3.
Thanks, Ted.
This is Russ Martin on
Gail's out again. She's sick. Where is she now?
Court for her son again.
I forget. What was it she told us he did?
Was staying out after curfew. He was on his way home from a friend's house.
Oh. Well, if it wasn't that big of a deal, I wouldn't want her in court a second time. Something else. There's something else to this story. He's probably on the cry line.
No.
But he is. Big hoofer.
You think everybody's kids are terrible?
I don't think Eddie's kids are terrible.
Okay. Just my kids and her kids.
I've known her kid was a nut when I met it back in the early 90s. And I can only go by what your kids do, by what you tell me.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not like I'm around your kids all the time and I make these judgment calls.
No.
Everything that I've said is based on information that you've shared.
No.
So if it sounds bad, that's your fault.
It's because I don't, come in and say, oh, he did such a wonderful thing today.
Well, why don't you throw something out right before? Think about it during traffic and throw out something wonderful that the big kid has done. You've got a whole couple of minutes.
Okay.
Go ahead.
All right. Traffic brought to us by Advanced Laser Clinics and by Just Brakes.
Brought to you by Advanced Laser Clinics. For the best in laser hair removal and skin rejuvenation procedures, call Advanced Laser Clinics. 866-54-LASER. 3 Dallas locations. 866-54-LASER. Call the brake safety experts at Just Brakes today and ask about their 4-wheel friction reline for as little as $99.88. Just Brakes. Just stop and think about it.
Damn, in Dallas, northbound 75 at Spring Valley, obstructions in the roadway. Speaking of this, nuts and bolts all across the highway.
What?
Also in Dallas, you're screaming at me right before we go on. Westbound I-20 in Signalville Road, there's a disabled vehicle blocking the left shoulder. In Tarrant County, westbound I-20 at Interstate 820, road construction, left lane is closed. That's scheduled till just about 5 o'clock. And also in Denton, closed due to an accident. That's northbound 35 at the George Bush Turnpike, west and eastbound ramps. Delays back to Valley View Lane. And traffic brought to us by AT&T Wireless. For your most important calls, reach out on the Wireless Service America Trust. AT&T Wireless. And Monday is Cheap Chicken Day at Albertsons. 8 mouth-watering pieces of fresh fried chicken, only $3.99. Cheap Chicken Day, Monday at Albertsons. And it's time to take a break. Marriott Resort.
How many sponsors is this?
This is 5.
And we just ran 2.
There's 2. I have 3 here and 2 before, right? 5 total.
Why would we have
5 total?
Is that the normal?
Yes.
For one traffic report?
Yes. Slowly but surely, they've gone from 2 to 3 to 5. Marriott.
Well, you know what? We don't have to do traffic. Traffic was something I threw in on my own when we started the show over here.
True.
We can eliminate that altogether. So they either back off their traffic reports or it'll go away altogether. Because we don't do traffic enough to really matter. No. 2 or 3 times in 4 hours, that don't help nobody.
Marriott Hotels and Resorts. Perfect time to take a break whether you're planning for the holidays or a weekend getaway. Go to MarriottHotels.com.
Isn't that where we're having our Christmas party?
You're absolutely correct. I just realized that, yes.
How very strange. This is the tightest ass company I've ever worked for.
And I bet you would get Albertson's cheap chicken at our Christmas party.
I've decided I ain't renewing my contract. I'm not leaving the market, and I'll still be here, but I'm not going to renew my contract with CBS.
Really?
2006.
2 more years.
Yeah. So that's not a radio stunt. If I was going to do something, I'd say I'm not going to renew it after the holidays. I may not come back from Christmas. I'm going to take the holidays and reevaluate everything and reassess, and I may not be here on January 2nd. If it was going to be a stunt, I'd do it that way.
Why?
They look how hard it is getting stuff fixed in the studio. And I got to bitch about it every day. And the listeners got to put up with that. And they're going, hey, look, I get the idea your studio sucks. I don't want to hear about it anymore. They don't want to put any money back into the station. Why would I want to work so hard to support this station when they don't want to?
True. You have to be off for a while then, because you have a no-compete.
I think it's only 6 months.
Was that all?
But that's only in this market.
True.
It's 150 miles from the Dallas-Fort Worth market.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't work for another broadcast entity.
True.
How far is it down to space?
A lot further than 150 miles.
Was it 22,000 up?
Something like that, yeah.
To the
satellite,
the geosynchronous orbit of the satellite?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's 22 up. I'd say that's out of range.
Just slightly. Weather-wise,
weather.
Mid-40s for the low tonight. Tomorrow going to be a little bit, maybe some rain coming in. 58 for the high, 67 now at Live 105.3.
So unless something changes, they've got 2 years to work on it. Decide to put money back into this show.
Which they haven't done at all.
Mm-mm. Their big thing was some big billboard campaign back in June. That was it. And they got those for free.
Mm-hmm. They did.
And I'm not going to the Christmas party.
Why not?
I'm not going. I don't want to.
Come hang out with us.
I'm tired of chicken.
No, we may not have chicken. But last year we had chicken wings. What am I saying?
And it's on a Thursday because they don't want to pay anybody to have it on a Friday or Saturday because you actually have to give somebody money.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
I'm not going.
Okay.
Are there any hot chicks that work at the other stations?
I have no idea.
Because it's going to be us. It's going to be K-Love. It's going to be the Oasis, Wild 100,
KVIL,
and KRLD. I think out of 6 stations,
going to be lots of hot chicks.
Be somebody hot.
Mm-hmm.
I bet Chapman ain't going.
I bet he does.
I bet he don't.
Chapman?
Yeah. Why would he go?
He's a big wig in this group.
So?
He'll be there. You're a big wig also.
Who do you think's making more money for this corporation right now?
You are.
Okay.
Okay.
I ain't going.
Okay. Are you making a statement not to go or you just don't want to go?
I'll make it a statement.
Which is? Sorry.
Wait.
Okay.
I'm not going.
Okay.
I think the statement will be made. It will become obvious by my absence at the event.
Okay. That's all you need.
How's that? Yeah. You let them read into it whatever they want.
You got a clue. You just don't want to get out on a Thursday night.
They got to know that I'm serious. And by not showing up,
right,
that shows that I'm serious about my commitment.
Yes. I understand.
Thank you. Hold on, Dan, what were you trying to tell me during the break? You'll love this, John.
Hmm?
A magician would like to come up to the show and audition to do magic tricks at your Christmas party.
What? Tell me again.
A magician would like to come up to your show to audition magic tricks on the air to perform at your holiday party.
It's pretty good.
We already have a magician.
Who?
We got Tassos. Makes 4 hours disappear every day.
Yeah.
And what kind of tricks will he be doing? Because it's really kind of hard to beat the Tassos one.
Yeah.
Because he don't even need no assistant or music or anything. Just every day.
Go on.
Yeah.
He says he has a number of card tricks he can do.
Those are yummy.
He gives you a list of objects, and you pick one of those objects.
Yeah.
Then he'll tell you which object you picked from the list that he gave you.
Okay.
Another one was 3 coins laid out on the counter, and he can make them jump around on their own.
Yeah. Let him come up.
What?
I'd like to see these. Plus, I already know how Tassos does his.
Ow. Just sitting there.
Yes. When can he come up?
He said he'd be available Wednesday. He gets off work about 5:30, so it'll be around 6.
What's his normal job?
You know what? I don't know. I haven't asked him yet. I was still put off by the fact he wanted to come up and do magic tricks on the radio.
Yeah. Yes, do that. That'll be fun.
For your big Christmas party.
Yeah. Also, Mickey from the Liz Wild Show found out about my Christmas party. How'd he find out? Do you know about this, Dan?
Didn't you mention it on the air?
Did I?
I think you did.
Did I say what date?
Yeah. You gotta quit saying this stuff on the air.
Just because I sent out like a secret email today to only the people that I was going to invite to the party, and then I get an email back from Mickey saying I can't make it to your Christmas party. But I'm going to try. Because the whole Liz Wild Show is doing that trailer thing.
Yeah, he's going to be in a trailer collecting food or something or other.
Yeah. So Gavin already given the news?
No. It's for the North Texas Food Bank.
Oh.
Yeah, it's other people.
Oh.
Yeah.
Because I heard about that and I went, well, that's a little self-serving.
Collecting food is your last big thing.
Yeah. That'd be funny. Right at the end of the event, they go, keep it.
So he's not coming to your party, even though he wasn't invited.
He's still going to try, though. And I wanted to ask him how he knew about it, but I didn't want to bring it up. But we are going to have the magician.
Can't wait. I can see this now. Live band and a magician.
Mm-hmm. Possibly some finger paintings and sock puppets.
Big time.
Oh, did you call Dan?
I did not. I left a message. I didn't hear back from him. I didn't actually talk to him.
All right. I'm thinking about letting Dan come back between now and the end of the year.
And help produce.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, didn't we try that once before and it didn't really work? Didn't we? I thought he came in.
He came in and read the news and screwed it up. I'll have a talk with him.
Okay.
Here's the deal. You're going to come back. You can listen to anybody, anything that anybody tells you. And no attitude.
Okay. Works for me.
Don't let me do this, and then off the air, you say something else. Swear to Jesus, you're not going to say anything different off the air, because every time we do this, we shut the mics off, and I'm not making a bit out of this. We shut the mics off, and you turn into
I don't.
Somebody different.
No, I don't. I stayed the same before. When you left it up to me, I said there were better options at the time, which there were.
You said you didn't want to work with Dan Lewis. You said he's condescending. Let's do this now, so I don't have to do this off the air. I got other stuff to do.
I like to work with Dan. I'd like him to come back at least between now and Christmas. And
why would you like that?
See how it works out.
Explain to me why you would like that.
Dan has a very calming effect on the show, and I'd like someone else to be here to get beat on.
Is that the biggest reason?
Yes.
All right. And that's fair, and I respect you for saying that.
Thank you.
Which one is it more? Is it beat on?
Yeah, the beat on.
Okay. Do you not really like working with him?
No, he's fine. Yeah, I like Dan. I really, as a person, have nothing against him. When you're making that decision, we had that other guy who was an actual producer from Los Angeles. There was an option.
Oh, okay.
We had O'Malley.
Well, the guy that you brought in that you wanted me to meet, he had 2 earrings.
So?
I don't like 2 earrings.
Okay, well, he could produce radio.
It's like, make up your mind.
No, it's not. He had produced major network
Some
radio.
guy comes in to excuse me. Comes in to interview for a producer job. He's got on 2 earrings.
Right.
I don't like that already. That's too LA-ish.
Okay. Well, we didn't hire him.
Your show. I've listened to your show, and your show's got legs.
We didn't hire him. But at the time, we were thinking about that and O'Malley and the Tassos thing. We've given all those options. Now these guys are getting popped after Christmas.
I'm not popping O'Malley.
I was kidding.
What?
Nothing.
You're kidding about what? I'm not popping O'Malley.
Okay.
I'm not popping O'Malley.
I understand that. Okay.
What?
Nothing. I'm not saying a word.
I don't get what you guys are laughing at.
Nothing. It's just, you're not including Tassos in that.
That's because I'm not popping O'Malley.
Okay.
I don't get where the humor lies here.
There's no humor.
Yeah, I don't like hip producers.
Okay, well, he's out now, so bring Dan back. See if it works. See if it feels good. 3 weeks between now and Christmas, you're going to get a good vibe on it.
Yes. I miss Dan. You're right. Dan, what did we say? He's like those birds that sit on cows' backs.
Egret?
Yeah, that's what he is.
Nice calming.
Don't they calm the cows?
Yes.
Or they just eat bugs off of them?
Both.
Do they?
It keeps the cows calm by eating
the bugs?
Yeah.
Eating the ticks? Yes. Dan's my very own tick eater. In fact,
yes.
I think I'd like, let's have him come up and practice on Lee Harris. Load of break.
This is Russ Martin.
You're doing listening to my phone calls.
You were playing them. That wasn't eavesdropping. That was very nice, though.
So?
Well, call him and say it's okay. That was very nice.
So?
He even said he loved you.
So?
What do you mean so?
He called me an a-hole on Thanksgiving.
He called back and said he was sorry for what he said, and I love you.
Okay.
Well, you're not going to forgive him?
I didn't say I wasn't going to forgive him. Just not just yet.
Why?
Just not.
Why?
Yeah.
There's no reason.
It's a penalty phase for everybody.
He is your father.
So? He called me an a-hole on Thanksgiving.
He also said I love you.
Okay. It's an abusive situation I don't want back into.
It's an abusive situation. He had to explain to his friends. He just didn't think it through. He had to explain to his friends why you didn't want them in your house.
Okay.
And then
then you don't get ugly with me because you forgot to ask me ahead of time that you want to bring a bunch of listeners to my house for Thanksgiving.
That's why he said, I'm sorry what I said, and I love you.
And he ruined my Thanksgiving. He didn't even come over.
Everybody makes mistakes. He's your dad.
That's a holiday.
So?
Who knows? Had he talked to me on my birthday, would he have called me?
Listen to you all of a sudden, family holiday. Last year, you didn't go out even see your family on Thanksgiving because they wouldn't come to your house. Or was that the year before?
It was the year before.
So you pouted and stayed home all by yourself.
I didn't stay by myself. I had company over. Screw them.
Screw them. Family.
I don't wait for some holiday and call up and go, yo, ass.
That's not the way he said it.
No, he said it ugly. You want to be an ass? Be one.
Well.
All right, let me ask this. Okay. Is it me?
No, not at all. No, I would have.
So you're gonna be with me on this?
I'm with you on the fact that yes, he definitely should have asked you before he asked them.
Okay.
He had clearly asked them, and that was wrong. I wouldn't do that to anybody, much less you.
I didn't say I didn't love my dad. I love my dad.
Okay.
Just because he's my dad, I don't think that gives him the right to call me an a-hole on a holiday.
No. And he called back and apologized. Everybody makes mistakes.
2 days later.
Everybody makes mistakes. You wouldn't even let him in your house. He was at your door.
I didn't know he was coming.
He was there. He's your father. What do you mean? You knew he was there when he was there? Why don't you open the door and go, hey, what's up? He probably came to apologize. Well, you kind of are being a little bit of a a-hole. To your father. You wouldn't let him in? He's knocking at your door. There to apologize, clearly.
I don't know that. Maybe he wanted to say something in person.
No. Not his style.
Maybe he didn't think calling me an a-hole on the phone was enough. I could have gone to the front door, opened it up.
Oh, jeez. I just walked away.
Yeah, one more thing. Throw a hammer at me.
No.
He's done that. By the way, that spit went over there just to your left in case you want to clean it up.
Oh, God. You are disgusting.
Here.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I'll call him when we get off the air.
All right. No, that's fine.
Did you hear the other messages from Mickey? This is all day Thursday. That's how you heard my dad thing. Yeah. It was at the very end. Right here.
Hey, Russ, it's about 12 noon, Thanksgiving Day. Just wondered if you were going to...
Hey, where's he doing the trailer thing? All I know is it's something pub.
Oh,
Sherlock's.
Yeah,
because in the spot he goes, Sherlock's Pub.
Sherlock's Pub in Arlington. It's on Collins.
Make it over for the Thanksgiving Day, little party we're having over here. I didn't get your confirmation email back yet, so...
There's a reason for that. In fact, I think I told Chris at VertBiz to bounce it, so it looked like I didn't get it.
I'll give you a call a little bit later. Thanks, buddy. Bye.
If I was you, I'd go ahead and hang up pictures inside that trailer.
End of message. Deleted.
What?
Hey, Russ, it's about 2:30 in the afternoon. The birds are in the oven. Got the hams. It's coming, baked ham.
End of message. Deleted.
Hey, Russ, it's about...
We went through this, what was the last thing? They were just having some party.
Just having a party to warm you.
We've gone through this. Why would he think I'm coming? Does he think it's a bit?
No, I don't know what he thinks. He does this every time to everybody. Mostly, no, he didn't call me, but he'll invite and get your face and invite you. Come over. Everybody coming over. He just calls you and harasses you.
And I wish he wouldn't stand like 3 or 4 inches from my face. If you're going to do that, at least smoke menthol.
Yeah.
Because that don't stink as bad when you're in somebody's puss talking to them.
Just no concept.
Is that a chick on the phone? Guy? Guy named Angel? Yes, Angel?
Dude, men aren't supposed to be men.
First of all, you can't say that, so now you got to start the sentence over. Say a-hole or b-hole.
Oh, b-hole, my bad. Yeah, well, dads aren't supposed to be the lovey-dovey ones. They're the ones supposed to toughen you up. That's how guys...
I'm 43. I think I got a handle on being toughened up. If you're going to come over and hang out at my house, dandy. But don't bring out your whole entourage. Don't bring your posse of listeners and think you're going to hang out because we're going to turn this into a great big appearance. It ain't happening. This ain't no car lot, and I ain't signing no autographs.
3:40.
End of message. Deleted.
Hey, Russ. Nice.
I missed that the first go round.
That's good.
Sounds like I missed a bash.
It does.
Hey, Russ. 9:30. I don't think you're going to make it. So,
End of message. Deleted.
Hey, Russ. It's one... Man, that's mark.
End of message. Deleted. Deleted.
Luckily, all these guys are my cell phone.
Yeah.
My home address isn't posted anywhere up here, is it?
No, nothing I'm aware of.
So he can't show up at my house by accident?
No.
Good.
On all your paperwork, I think this is listed as your home address.
7901, John Carpenter?
Yes.
Good. All right. Oh, we got to do news here. All right, Eddie, load up the news thingy, would you? Thank you. Did they get the Best of Eddie promos cut?
Yes, they did.
All right. I want to listen to those later. Do we find somebody that can help us burn CDs?
I haven't yet.
Okay.
Oh, by the way, so I got an email from somebody that actually Benjamin Dover, a friend, sent this on to me. Somebody had emailed him asking, since we were talking about Dover a few minutes ago, is Russ that big of an a-hole as he acts? No trick question. I just know.
Is this coming from Dover?
This is coming from a listener to Dover. Why they're asking Dover, I don't know. And Dover answers it and blind copied me on it. I know he's supposed to be somebody important, but he acts like the biggest b-hole around.
This is Dover talking now?
No. This is the listener.
Well, make up your mind. You just said, all right, this is from Dover now. And he blind copied.
It's a forward. But this is the listener asking Dover if you're
okay,
if you're
don't say nothing about Dover. This is all from the listener now.
Right.
All right.
Anyway, I understand if you don't reply, just it gets to me the way he acts, Dave. And then Dover says...
Dave who?
Dave's the listener.
Okay.
This part's from Dover.
All right.
Hey, Dave, shh, don't tell anyone around, but Russ is really a pretty good guy, so think about it. If he played the good guy, we'll just agree to disagree. Would you listen? Me neither. Keep listening. It's the best, most original radio you'll ever find out of this market or any other for that matter. Thanks for taking the time to write, Ben.
And how did you get that email?
He blind copied me on it.
Dover did?
He does that when somebody asks about the show.
Okay.
So?
He didn't get credit for that.
Why?
Why would he get credit for that? He knew that you were going to get it. You were going to show it to me.
No, he does that a lot. I just thought I'd show it to you because you've been hard and riding him so hard. He does that a lot.
I've decided to forgive him. Get him up here.
No.
I want to see him. He's out of the barrel. My dad's in it right now.
Okay. I'll ask him to come up.
Oh, and by the way, the lovely bug zapper, what did you get? Bug scanner?
Mm-hmm.
And the calendar?
Right.
That he gave us?
Right.
He give you those two?
Not yet. I got a bottle of vodka for my birthday.
Really?
He hasn't given me a Christmas gift.
Well, both those things, the calendar and the bug scanner, are on his website.
Well, so?
I told you he was getting them for free.
So? It's still the thought. It's the gift.
No, it's
not. He didn't have to give you anything. It was the thought.
He might as well have not.
Why?
Shut up.
I must
turn it into a trick.
How's that?
Because you are.
He's a friend.
Yes. All right, you ready for news? Here we go. All right, 448, J.D. Ryan's on Live 105.3.
Thank you, Russ. It's brought to us by Miller Lite.
This hour of the Russ Martin Show is brought to you in part by Miller Lite.
And by Sherlock's Pub, where I will be this Friday night from 12 until midnight. That's on Collins Street in Arlington, seeing at Sherlock's Pub.
Now, is he living in this trailer?
He's going to be in there, from what I understand, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week until they fill it with food.
Is this a trailer like the rear end of a 18-wheeler? Or
I'm not sure. I think is it? Okay. He just keeps saying trailer, so I don't know if it's the kind you...
Well, I don't know if they got a little mobile home out there for him. Because if they did, that ain't no big deal. But if he's actually living in the trailer, that makes me laugh.
Yeah.
It's kind of like doing stretches before you run.
No. No, it's not.
Yeah, I think it is. Okay, then.
A few years ago, Dr. Stuart Malloy, a pain specialist from Winston-Salem, North Carolina, inserted a spinal cord stimulator into a woman with extreme back pain. When Dr. Stewart hit a nerve in her back, the woman groaned and moaned in ecstasy. She said, basically, you're going to teach my husband how to do that. The doctor realized he was onto something and patented the Orgasmatron. Months later, he can't find any volunteers to even try it out. Only one woman has signed up for the FDA-approved trial of the device. She says it was responsible for her very first climax in 4 years and her first ever multi. Dr. Malloy still needs 8 more volunteers before he can move forward toward getting this thing on the market. The good doctor says it could help women become more attuned to their body's sexual responses. But other doctors say you can get the same effect from a $22 marital aid as you can from the $22,000 Orgasmatron. Jeremy has a girlfriend, has had her one for about 4 years. And as you might imagine, a porn star's take on love and relationships may be a little different than the average. Ron says, quote, I don't get jealous about sex. I'd get jealous if my girl said to me, hey, I just had a candlelight dinner or went for a walk hand in hand with somebody in the forest or cuddled overnight or sat by a fireplace with a glass of wine. That would definitely piss me off. But if some guy put his in her mouth for 20 minutes and then sends him on his way, that's fine. If she puts a rubber on a guy and does stuff for an hour and then gives him his walking papers, so what? That's not as big a threat as hearing that she went on a date to a movie. People make big things out of the wrong things. Porn star.
I don't think so. I think he's just happy to be able to hang on to a chick. Because women, a lot of women, I would say most women, not all, so I don't have to deal with them on the phone. Mm-hmm. But most women associate sex with another level of intimacy.
I would say so.
In fact, they probably consider the dinner and the candlelight and everything else that's foreplay. You know, they're already marinating in their own juices when you're sitting there ordering your food.
Mm-hmm. That's a porn star, though. I just think sex gets to be like anything else. Just to be like, no big deal. Just date at the office.
Well, that's for him.
Yeah.
Now, that's assuming that he was dating a porn star. Does he say that, or is he just talking about this as a normal chick that he's been married to or living with?
It just says he's had a girlfriend for 4 years. Does not say whether she's a porn star or not. But I just think they just have a different take on it.
I think given the opportunity, you would rather catch your chick having dinner with some guy than banging him.
Yeah, given the opportunity. But, you know, at dinner, you know what he's planning. Sex is just, you just didn't walk in at the right time.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You're stopping it. If you walked in on them having sex, chances are they already had the dinner. So you should have caught them right there in the early stages.
Right.
And you do what needs to be done.
What? No, you don't.
I don't know what I'd do. I've come close.
Now, which scenario are you walking in on? The dinner or the sex?
Basically the dinner.
Okay.
Chick hanging out with a guy.
Oh, yeah, you have. You've come closer than I ever have.
Well, you walked in on your ex banging somebody.
Basically.
They weren't actually what?
They weren't actually in the throes at that moment.
There's a naked guy in your house. A house you're still paying for. That would piss me the hell off.
It did. It did.
And the fact that she brought somebody into your house, your home, your bed. I'm guessing that was the bed that he was humping her in, was the bed that you guys bought together when you were in love.
All right. Yes, you're right.
And you didn't wig out?
No, I really didn't. I just wanted to get out of the house. I just wanted to get out.
How is it you handle stuff like that in a very logical fashion, but you get a whistling chaser in your bag and you drop the F word, ass, and a couple of GDs?
I don't know. I just stopped and assessed, and I knew I just needed to get away. Needed to get out of there and think.
Was it maybe because you knew that you hadn't put a whistling chaser in my bag before? You're going to have to think about that one for a second.
I got it.
You follow that one? No?
I got it.
Maybe he didn't get mad at her.
Got it.
Okay.
I had brought no one.
You got mad at me because I ain't never had no whistling chaser in my bag.
Got it.
I got it. No, that wasn't that was not the issue.
Because I believe at that point in time, you was already dropping your whistling chaser in other people's bags.
No, I wasn't.
I think you were.
No, it really wasn't. That's the night I went over to the girl I'd been seeing and did the deal.
You've been seeing?
I went out with.
Well, you guys were already estranged. It was okay to say that you were having sex with somebody else.
I really wasn't. Not until that night. That's the night I went over and said, let's do the deal.
What about banging the neighbor? When did that happen? Did you put a whistling chaser in her bag?
Can we move on? I don't remember the actual sequence of events.
I think I do. I think you had put a whistling chaser in her bag long before you came home and caught your wife in bed with a whistling chaser.
No. Well, maybe it was.
I think that's why you didn't wig out, because maybe you felt that it was something you deserved.
Nah. Marriage was over at that point, and I just didn't want to see it in my house, and I never brought anybody into our house. I mean, that's another issue. It's just go to a hotel, go to his place.
When you banged the neighbor, where'd you take her?
Was in her house. It was okay.
I got it.
Okay. I'm not one to point fingers. I've never.
I'm just saying maybe that's why you didn't wig out. Because maybe you felt like it was fair.
Possibly.
Because you'd already been dropping whistling chasers in other people's bags.
Possible. That's very possible.
All right.
I didn't think it through at the time.
All right, go ahead.
All right, who said this? It's a quote. The only thing I know about marriage is that it's an institution and you have to be committed to be in it. If that doesn't sound like a nut house, I don't know what does. Was that George Clooney, Jack Nicholson, Billy Bob Thornton, or Gene Simmons?
Read it again.
The only thing I know about marriage is that it's an institution and you have to be committed to it. If that doesn't sound like a nut house, I don't know what does.
Gene Simmons.
Very good.
Because he's not married.
Okay.
So obviously that statement is by somebody who doesn't want to get married.
George Clooney's not married either, and Jack Nicholson.
I know, but Gene Simmons has been with this Shannon, is it Tweed? Yeah. Tweed for years. In fact, I think they even have a kid. He's not married.
Nope. He goes on to say, I strongly urge all women to just leave their men alone. If they want to stay with you, they will. No matter how much you complain, if they don't want to be there, they're not going to be there. Stop bugging them. Where are you going? Who have you been with? Do I have my mother's hips? Just shut up.
Yeah.
That's what he goes on to say.
Drawing us back in is not going to make us want to stay there.
Oh, no.
That doesn't make things more festive by bitching at us all the time. Why don't you want to be with me? Why aren't we married? Why can't you commit? Just throw it out. If you don't commit, there's a chance I'm going to leave. And let it go at that. But all the little incessant other stuff, there's nothing attractive about that. Yeah, he's right. If we're going to be there, we're going to be there. If we're not, we're not. Be the best that you can be, and if we decide to choose you, then it was meant to happen. If not, it's down to the neighbor's house. Little hoppy hop.
No.
Did you ever say on the air where you actually popped her?
Where?
Yeah.
No.
I don't want to give away too much because they might figure out who it was.
Yeah, let's just leave that alone. Okay. Can we?
Can I ask you off there? I won't repeat it. I think I already know.
All right.
I can't say that?
No.
All right, then.
Thank you.
I'll let it go.
Bret Michaels. Oh, no. Bret Michaels of Poison might be putting out a new album, a country album. Country producer Mike Curb has offered him a deal, quote, to make a contemporary country record. It says it'll land somewhere between John Mellencamp.
Where's he going to record it? On a diving board?
And Kenny Chesney. Huh? No. Quit, Scott. What's the matter with you?
I didn't say nothing. I just want to know where he's going.
You swore.
I didn't swear anything. I just asked where is he going to record it.
Even though Michaels hasn't had a hit in more than a decade, he's convinced it'll be a good album.
How do you record a song? Just exactly how do you record a song on a diving board?
This says nothing about a diving board here at all. He says, quote,
with the sound guy sit on top?
No. I really have some unbelievable good material, and I want to take a shot at making a real honest sort of contemporary country / sort of Americana record. God, you're insufferable. Why do I ever trust you?
I didn't say anything. I'm just asking about Bret Michaels.
You're not.
Don't we have a contact for him? You have a phone number for Bret?
Yes.
I'd like for you to call it.
Not a problem.
Thank you.
Meatloaf. It's like that old stupid joke. Is Russ home? Yeah, click. Meatloaf has been cleared by his doctors to resume his British tour about a week after having surgery for a condition that caused an irregular heartbeat. Meatloaf.
Well, I don't want him on the Deadpool anymore. Don't I have him?
Yes.
I don't want him.
Yeah, he's maybe back on the road as early as tomorrow, but as you might expect, he's a little hesitant. He says he's having anxiety attacks. I've really never been nervous kind of guy about going on stage, but now I am nervous and I am having several attacks. New Orleans rapper Soulja Slim, a childhood friend of Master P, and a brother of C. Murder, was shot dead last Wednesday. Slim was shot 3 times in the face and once in the chest on the front lawn of a duplex he bought for his mother in New Orleans. Police don't have any suspects yet. Soulja Slim was 25. What?
It just makes me laugh. It's the whole rapper community killing everybody off.
Killing each other.
It just makes me mad that country music doesn't adopt their...
No, they don't.
Their philosophies.
No. DJ Quick is wanted by the police in San Bernardino County, California, for basically beating up his sister. Police say Quick entered his sister's home with at least 2 other guys November the 2nd after a brief argument, slapped her around, chased her around with a gun, and then left. They cannot find him. Over the weekend, Cat in the Hat and the Haunted Mansion both earned about $25 million since Friday. But when you include Wednesday night and Thursday's take for the Thanksgiving holiday, the Haunted Mansion beat out the Cat in the Hat by just about $1 million. I believe I have audio.
Okay.
Actually, Bad Santa is what I have audio from. And then Bad Santa came in okay as number 6. And then Elf was number 3. Our buddy Ed Asner's still number 3 with $31 million since last Wednesday.
I still haven't seen that. Anybody go?
Yeah.
Did you see Elf?
Yeah.
How was it?
I think because I had really low expectations, it was a lot better than I thought it was going to be. There were a few parts that I just really laughed out loud. I mean, it caught me, it catches you off guard.
The trailer stuff I've seen sucks.
Yeah. I agree.
I mean, it's just little, because weird things make me laugh.
Yeah.
It was just little things. We went and I took the kids to go see it, and I just really didn't expect anything out of it. And I sat there and two or three things happened, and I just couldn't quit laughing for about 5 minutes on one of them. And I kept looking around, and as soon as I look around, I just started laughing again.
I may go see that then.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
Cut number 1 is Billy Bob Thornton on how much he enjoyed making Bad Santa.
The best thing about making this movie is that it's such a wonderful group of people and such a wonderful script that it's a pleasure to come to work every day. There hasn't been a day when I didn't love playing this character.
Now I'm jealous of him.
Why?
Go ahead.
Oh, at that. Bernie Mac was asked why he enjoys acting so much. Cut number 2.
I do it because I love it. It's something that I chose. I truly, truly love entertaining the people. I truly, truly love making, that's what acting is so fun for me versus my stand-up. My stand-up, I am the writer. I'm the editor. I'm the producer. I can go out there and I can do my thing. That's what got me here. People always ask me which one I like the best. I love them all. Acting is making someone else's script, someone else's life, someone else's words come to life.
And finally, cut number 3 is a scene.
You ever play football?
I don't believe so.
All right, good.
Cut number 3 is a scene in which Bob, the late John Ritter, tells Jen, who is Bernie Mac, that he has seen the store Santa being bad.
A couple of days ago, I was in Women's Big and Tall.
Yeah.
I heard these, these noises. And I heard a woman screaming, yeah, oh yeah. Of course, I can't fire him for that.
Oh, yeah. Hell, I wouldn't want to.
Maybe there's something I could fire him for.
He curses.
Yeah?
Never around children.
Oh.
No criminal record.
Yeah.
No bad habits either.
Nothing.
Sex, yeah. But man is a sexual being.
Yeah.
It's called Bad Santa.
All right.
There's news and information. I'm J.D. Ryan, live 105.3.
Russ Martin. Call Russ now at 214-787-1053.
That guy talking to me in the hall trying to tell me about mud flaps.
Oh, one of the promotions guys. They got a ticket in the station vehicle because it's a dually. And apparently the dualies you have to have mud.
Yeah, that's a great story. Why is he telling me?
I don't know. I don't know.
Never seen him before in my life. He walks up and goes, hey, I got a ticket to... Because I ain't got no mud flaps. Good. Yes. Maybe you should wear bigger shoes.
No.
I didn't know what he was talking about. I thought it was some kind of urban lingo.
No.
You'll talk to him, right?
I will.
Thank you. Oh, and we don't have to worry about Who Pops Tassos. I did it when I walked in there to get some mustard earlier.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
No, you didn't.
I walked in and went, you're off the show. See.
You didn't. Or
Go ask him.
He'd be crying.
Go ask him.
Okay.
Go right now.
Right now?
Yeah. We'll wait.
Tassos! How are you? Sorry. I miss you. You did.
Told you.
Gonna miss you.
Walked in there to get some mustard for the corny dog.
It was easier than you thought, wasn't it?
Yeah. I don't even think I stopped chewing.
You're getting better at this.
Yeah. I kind of like it now.
No.
Maybe traffic.
Okay. Traffic sponsors by KLLI Laser Center, Car Toys, and Russell Stover.
It's not LASIK, it's IntraLASIK. Come and discover the Tylock Advantage this Tuesday evening at our free IntraLASIK seminar at the Tylock Eye Care and Laser Center. Call 972-258-6400 to attend.
New phone, new plan, same number. Upgrade your phone now at Car Toys Wireless Supercenter, where you'll pay less for phones every day.
This holiday season, make it Hangburns Chocolate. Millionaires and Roundups, a Texas tradition since 1914. Gift wrap, ready to give, and available at the stores you shop.
All right, traffic-wise in Dallas, let's see. Closed due to an accident. That's northbound 35 Stemmons at the George Bush Turnpike. West and eastbound ramps. Delays all the way back to Royal Lane. Also in Dallas, eastbound 635 LBJ at Coit. There's a disabled vehicle. The right lane is blocked there. Southbound 75 Central right before 635. Road construction as usual. Right lane is closed. In Tanner County, northbound 35 at 820. There's an accident. There's a left lane is blocked there. And in Denton, northbound 35 Stemmons at Frankford Road. A disabled vehicle. That's the right lane blocked. Weather-wise, it's going to be 45 tonight. Some clouds coming in. Maybe some showers tomorrow. About 58 for the high. It's been warm today. 64 degrees currently. Live 105.3.
How much did you, Dan? The guy said he would burn all the CDs for how much?
$1,000 or $1 for each CD based on 1,000.
What does that get us? Just the burn or label or jewel case?
Yeah, what do we get for a dollar a pop?
That's everything. That's the burn, the CD jewel, and the CD labels.
Is that good or not?
I don't even know. I don't know.
Because it takes $1,000 out of the
profit, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So 9,000 profit now instead of 10.
Where you get 9,000 from?
You're going to burn 1,000.
Well, that's if we sell all 1,000. What if I don't sell all of them? Then I got to eat them.
It's true. I think you're going to sell all of them.
They get the promos produced?
Yes.
Oh, that's right. You said that. Load them up for me. I couldn't believe how many orders came in just on Thursday, and that's when they started running, when we did the Best of Eddie on Thursday.
I put most of this together, so I've already heard it, and I still sat and listened to it and laughed again.
I want to hear these promos that are running.
I think if they figure while you're down there, why not go for the hole that works?
Damn. Just all relax and reflect on
Go to russmartin.com and order your copy of The Best of Eddie now. All proceeds go to the Police and Fire Foundation.
Why'd he do those without music?
I don't know.
All right, let me hear another one.
You are so cruel.
What?
We will keep us together. You hear that song now?
Go to russmartin.com and order your copy of The Best of Eddie now. All proceeds go to the Police and Fire Foundation.
I never understood what she was trying to tell me there. I was doing good at Rock and Roll Jeopardy. You would kill it, the Dictionary Dad.
I have absolutely no idea the correlation. In her mind, it was a perfect correlation.
Yeah, it was a straight line.
Yes. Died Tuesday morning in a fire at his trailer home in southeast Dallas County near Balch Springs. His daughter, Carmen Hall, said her father never knew any other life than performing. Mr. Hall's Boston Terrier named...
See, isn't that kind of calming? Dan's laughing there.
Yeah?
Did Dan call you back?
Not yet. Actually, I need to go check my messages. I didn't go in the last break.
Maybe with the warm spurt we've had, business picked up.
Ice cream?
Yeah.
Could have been.
Yeah, where is that? So he hasn't had a chance to call us back.
Died Tuesday morning in a fire at his trailer home in southeast Dallas County near Balch Springs. His daughter, Carmen Hall, said her father never knew any other life than performing. Mr. Hall's Boston Terrier named Dog was probably also killed by the fire. No foul play was expected. That's about all I need to read.
Go to russmartin.com and order your copy of The Best of Eddie now. All proceeds go to the Police and Fire Foundation.
Have me put some music underneath these.
Okay.
A little dry. I'm sure it'll take many years for the children to forget the image of Happy bursting into
Okay.
Could the organist start again?
Go to russmartin.com and order your copy of The Best of Eddie now. All proceeds go to the Police and Fire Foundation.
It said only 5 of them?
Yes.
Mom and Mom in the Give it to me.
Now I got to start again.
No, don't. Stop it. That's enough. That's great. You see what you've done? Give me this. Give me.
I got more.
No.
I wouldn't worry. I doubt he's even listening.
Go to russmartin.com and order your copy of The Best of Eddie now. All proceeds go to the Police and Fire Foundation.
I think the best one is when he lost it after the Trey's mom and the yeast infection.
Right.
That's when we're at to stop.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Joe.
All right. I got to get back into this thing.
What?
Hello?
Yeah.
Am I going on air?
We're on the air now.
You're on the air now?
Yeah.
Man, I just fell off of my machine, working out, listening to you guys. Oh, my God. It's not safe.
What's not safe?
Working out and listening to you guys.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
I got one of those gazelles.
What's a gazelle?
The Tony Little gazelle. You know, the dude with the hopped up attitude. And
is that the one where you hold the poles? Turn the radio down in the back.
It's barely up. I'm in the other room.
I can hear it.
Oh, my God. Okay. Yeah, it's got...
Is it down now?
Yeah, I'm in the other room.
Good. Go ahead, Eric.
I just want to ask, who wrote that eulogy?
I did.
Okay, I was just checking.
All right.
Thanks.
You're welcome. It was Eddie that made it, though. And you almost missed that story. I found it in the Metro section of the Dallas Morning News. It said something, I forget the headline, clown dies in a trailer park fire.
You're right.
Melvin Hall.
Yes.
Just that name and this music.
Yeah, don't.
Go ahead, Janice.
Hey, you were bitching about Michael Jackson and him getting his preferential treatment when he got arrested.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of treatment did you get when you got arrested?
Michael Jackson.
Red carpet, didn't you?
I didn't get any red carpet. In fact, I prayed to Jesus I wasn't going to die when they were arresting me. Michael Jackson flew in on a jet into a private hangar and was allowed to be arrested with his own terms, under his own terms.
Well,
I prayed to Jesus the whole time I'm sitting there going through this thing that they didn't kill me.
You're two-faced. And
How am I two-faced? First,
you got the red carpet.
I didn't get any type of red carpet. I don't even think the cop knew who I was, and I didn't tell him.
Did you have your media badge hanging from your rearview mirror like you normally do, just in case you get pulled over? Yeah, he probably figured it out. You got the red carpet. You can't gripe about Michael Jackson getting his preferential treatment.
Yes, I can. I got absolutely nothing. I was stopped. The officer said he stopped. I got nothing.
You didn't get a ticket. You didn't.
Yeah, I got arrested.
You got nothing.
You got arrested.
I got arrested, and I was thrown in the lockup for like 2 or 3 hours. The upside was I got to watch somebody some guy get his ass beat. But no, I got absolutely no preferential treatment whatsoever. None.
That is so hard to believe. The big guy who throws your name out there, make sure.
I don't throw my name out. In fact, JD even asked me, didn't you? After I told you that I'd been arrested,
right? You
asked me if I threw the
just as a last effort.
And what did I say?
You said no. You just didn't say anything. Because I'd have been screaming.
Huh?
JD Ryan.
You got protected, didn't you?
I didn't get protected anything. I got arrested. I got thrown in the lockup, and the whole time I was afraid for my life.
You were watching some guy from another cell. You were probably in there by yourself.
And the sobriety test that they gave me, it was hard.
Oh,
because he would punch me in the eye socket and ask me what time it was. Yes, he was.
No, he didn't.
That's hard.
He didn't. He didn't assault you.
And every time he would do it, he didn't punch me in the eye socket and then ask me what time it was.
Jesus. Yeah.
And I'd say, I don't know. Then he'd look at his watch. He goes, I don't see no ouch on my watch.
He didn't do that.
My watch don't say ouch nowhere on it. And he'd punch me in the eye socket again, ask me what time it was.
You didn't get punched in the eye socket.
I missed it every time.
You watched the guy from your own little cell.
No, I didn't.
It ain't out your clock.
Yeah. He never out your clock.
You were nice protected if you really did get arrested.
No, he didn't.
Then he asked me if I had any weapons, because they always do that. I said no, so he handed one and he shot me.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did.
He didn't. You weren't shot. I saw you when you got out. You weren't punched and you weren't shot.
Then they placed me in handcuffs, leg irons, and an Iron Maiden.
No.
Yes.
No.
And they gingerly tossed me in the back of the police car.
None of that occurred.
At least it was gingerly.
Then when we got to the police station, they pepper sprayed me just to make sure I wasn't going to be a problem. So, no, I don't think I got any type of red carpet treatment.
You, the top radio guy in Dallas-Fort Worth.
Then they put me in a cell. This was the worst part. Are you listening?
Oh, no.
They put me in a cell that didn't have a floor.
Yeah. Yes. Yes, it did.
No, it didn't. We just hung by the bars.
No, you didn't.
You hung by the bars until you get bailed out.
No, you didn't.
I had a guy who died while he was hanging from my legs.
No, he didn't.
That's how long we were in there.
You were by yourself. There were floors. There were floors. There's no jails that don't have floors.
This one did.
Hung by the bar.
We had to hang by the bars until they'd come by.
I see.
And they'd always trick us and act like they had food.
No.
And we'd let go.
You probably had carpet and a couch.
I had.
Probably just sitting right next to their desk, staying in there.
No, they really didn't know who he was.
I didn't tell him anything. Go get your other phone.
No, I know, because I want to get you.
There's
not fair. It's not fair that you get preferential.
I didn't get any preferential treatment. They made me strip down naked, and they took Polaroids of me with an erection.
No.
Yes, they did.
No, they did.
Yes, they did.
Police officers would not do that to you or anybody. Nobody.
So that's your preferential treatment.
No.
Yes, goodbye.
None of that happened.
Yes, it did. They made me strip down naked, and while I had an erection, they made me take a bunch of Polaroids. Then they made me put on that orange jumpsuit, and they made me sing songs from South Pacific.
No. Wash that man right out of my hair, that one?
Yes, in some enchanted evening. There's nothing like a dame. They made me do all of those. Then Dan came and they let me go.
Bailed you out.
Yes. I didn't get nothing.
You really didn't, though. Well, they didn't put you in the jumpsuit, but did they?
They almost did. Yeah. They had given me the jumpsuit.
Yeah.
About 5 minutes before they actually gave it to me, went, you need to strip down naked. By the way, we need to take nude Polaroids while you got your erection.
No. They tossed the jumpsuit to you, hoping you'd let go of the bars.
One guy fell for it. That's why he was hanging on to my legs. He realized what he'd done.
Yeah.
I hate the Tarrant County lockup.
No.
Go ahead, Diane.
Why don't you just tell the bitch to shut up?
God. You can't say the S word.
Okay, sorry.
But that's okay. Nobody deserves preferential treatment. Nobody earns it. You do what you do.
Well, if you got it, so what? Big deal.
Well, I didn't. But thank you anyway.
You're welcome.
As it turns out,
yes,
the state abandoned their case.
They didn't have a case.
The best thing I had going for me was the video. Because they had the videotape of my interrogation.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, my arms were tired.
From hanging on the bars?
Yes.
Yeah, of course.
And when they go through the interrogation where they actually bring you in, they stick you in the corner. I didn't know this at the time. There are vertical, what's up and down? Vertical?
Vertical lines?
Vertical black lines right behind you.
Makes sense.
So they can see if you're swaying or not. And Everett asked me, he goes, how'd you do in the videotape? I said, I did fine. I said, in fact, the officer made a couple of mistakes. I corrected him on. And Everett goes, well, I need to see the video. I'm telling you, I did fine.
Because everybody says I did fine, even when they're slobbering drunk.
Yeah, because he had another client telling that one time that they did fine, and he wasn't. You could only see like the very top of his head in the video because he fell down.
Except for falling down, I did fine.
Yeah. That was the thing.
I think that's the thing that made them throw away their case.
Right.
Just because you're standing there. I was with you most of that night. You weren't drunk.
We stopped because Dan Lewis was there. We stopped about 10:15 because somebody said, what time is it? And we knew that we were going to leave a little after midnight.
Mm-hmm.
And he stopped me because he said I backed out of a parking lot and burned off a little bit.
Mm. They were just looking for somebody.
Yeah.
And you were driving a fast car.
Yes, Dan?
What exactly gave you the erection?
That's not important.
Yeah, it's kind of pivotal, actually.
Not really. I'd rather not talk about it.
I understand.
Thinking how it happened.
Yeah.
He was a guy that was hanging from my legs.
Right.
So, might have reached out.
I understand. Trying to hold back up to the bar.
Yeah. That's not a bar. Thank you. When we do news last?
We just did it.
Yeah. We just finished?
Uh-huh. That last break.
Okay. All right. Go ahead, Mr. Davenport.
Yes, I was kind of like speak with that lady. Evidently, she's accusing police officers of taking advantage of their job, not doing their job simply because of a individual's occupation, showing preferential treatment. So I kind of take that as an insult to police officers.
Well, seriously, if you stop somebody that you recognized, you're going to cut them a little more slack than somebody, like me or anybody, just somebody normal that you stop.
Well, yes, but
I'm not saying you're going to let them go, but you're probably going to. It's going to be an easier ride down to the police station.
Well, yes, but for like a traffic violation, for a DWI, I'd rather take those a little bit seriously. But she was accusing you simply because of who you were. That police officer was showing you preferential treatment simply because of who you were.
I didn't get anything. I went through everything. The eye socket thing is hard. I don't know when they started that, but that's hard.
Never mind the fact that Russ was saying the cop was smacking him around. Never mind that.
Yeah, she wasn't listening. All right. Thank you, sir. No, in fact, Dan watched me do the sobriety test. He thought we were getting ready to go.
Right.
In the very last part, you bend forward and put your arms back and flip your wrist upwards. Well, all right, this one's easy too. And that's when they slapped the cuffs and the leg irons on me.
Yeah.
An Iron Maiden.
No.
Yes,
no
they did.
Iron Maiden, no leg irons.
They threw me in the back of the car. I thought the pepper spray was unnecessary.
It didn't spray you. The cell had a floor.
Mm-mm.
It's a nice visual, but the cell had a floor.
Yeah. All right, so when do we let Dan... We need a break?
Yeah.
When we come out of the last break?
13.
Is that 21 minutes?
Yes.
Okay. So when do we let Dan come back? Tomorrow? Because I already gave Tassos the bad news during the corn dog.
Okay. You think he believed you? Because you were kind of doing it during the corn dog?
I don't know. We can do it in here if you want.
If it's on the air, he may think it's a bit.
I'll tell him it's not.
Okay. Yeah, tomorrow. Why not? if he'll call back.
Okay.
Maybe it's Pompous Day at the mall. He had to stay late.
Maybe it's what day at the mall?
Pompous. I'm sorry.
He goes to the mall just to be pompous?
Yeah, because he misses it up being up here.
What do you think? He has his own booth at the mall?
Who knows?
Your Christmas pictures with pompous? Sit on Pompus's knee, and I'll tell you. I'm riding a sick horse at Six Flags. Still is in the show business. Sit down. Sit on Pompus's knee, and I'll tell you that my show was canceled just because of a budget cut, not because I suck.
Yes.
Hop up on Pompus's lap. Here we go.
Pictures with Pompous. It could be fun. It could be a whole corner.
Yeah, go check to see if he can come in tomorrow.
Okay.
And when you see Tassos, tell him I wasn't kidding.
Okay. What? Just have him come in as a producer, assistant, and that kind of thing, and stay in the studio or be in the office? Or?
No, be in the office where Tassos was.
Okay. I just didn't know what you had in mind.
Yeah. And then we'll, because we're back on for what, another 3 weeks?
3 weeks.
Yeah. Be a nice little test. All right. Don't worry, Dan, this isn't yeah, I'd be worried. What? I just looked in at O'Malley in the other room, and he's just got this look on his face like, well, why are you letting Dan come back? It's all right. Tassos is the one that doesn't have the,
yeah.
Maybe you guys should go visit Mickey in that trailer.
Yeah.
See how you like it. All right, go check with Dan Lewis and see if he's called.
This is Russ Martin.
Read the email again.
He said, did Dan O'Malley ever give Russ that 12-year-old bottle of Tullamore Dew I dropped off, or did he keep it for himself?
Somebody drop off something for me, Dan?
Yeah, that was a bottle of whiskey you gave me last week.
Did I actually hand it to you?
Yes, you did, actually.
Okay. Because I don't know what your actual definition is of you gave it to me.
Didn't tell me not to take it.
Sitting on your desk. I asked many times. Okay. Oh, I think didn't I taste that?
Yeah, you thought it sounded like,
but it was it a scotch?
No, it was just a regular Irish whiskey.
There was something weird about the taste, though. Did I say it was casky?
That and,
oh, I know. I said somebody could have peed in it.
Yeah, that.
Yes, you did.
Not because of the brand. Somebody could have found some way to tinkle in it.
Right.
I think we made Tassos drink it first.
We did.
Okay. What are we doing here? News?
We can, if you'd like to.
All right. Been about an hour?
Yes.
Okay. All right, so what's the story on Dan? Is he coming in tomorrow?
Yeah, he said, did you want him here at 3?
Well, I see he's chomping at the bit.
Yeah.
Because we all know that the show starts at 3 o'clock. No preparation that goes into it. Am I making a mistake?
I don't know. Going in, you're going to tell them it's a 3-week deal. It's from now till Christmas.
Yeah.
Well, you say that going in, then we have Christmas to think about it, and there's no expectation of January 5th being another work day.
Okay.
If that's said and really understood up front. If it is, it's a gift. If we decide to keep him around after just till Christmas.
Mm. What did he say when you talked to him, Eddie?
He said, great. I mean, I asked him what he was doing. He said, I'm working. And I said, I called you at home.
Yeah, we got it.
And then he goes, no, really, I'm working. And I go, okay. I said, do you want to come in tomorrow? And he says, yeah, that'd be great. I like hanging out with my friends. That was exactly what he said.
He said, what?
I like hanging out with my friends.
There. Oh, nobody heard that stupid comment. So stupid, I wasn't even going to hit the delay for you. He wants to hang out with his friends. So he doesn't want to come here.
I'm out of delay.
That was the way he expressed what he wanted to do up here. He wanted to come up and hang out with his buddies. He missed it.
You know what? Maybe it wasn't so stupid when JD said it. He didn't really come out and say that, did he?
Yes, he did.
I want to hang out with my friends.
He said he missed hanging out with his buddies.
I think what he misses. And this is all that money coming in from Body Solutions.
Sure, that's part of it.
Well, he knows the only salary we have open right now is part-time, right? Whatever we're paying Tassos. What?
It's a really cruel way to fire somebody.
I told him in the office when I walked in to get the mustard.
He believes you. I think he thinks you're making a bet. If you're really serious.
Hey, you talked to him, Dan? Does he believe it? He don't believe it?
No.
You didn't check? You're doing a fine job as a producer, Dan. I think maybe they just both give up.
No.
All right, we'll give it a shot.
3 weeks. You yourself say when you hear him on old tapes, it's comforting.
It is.
Tears laugh.
It's just nice. It's a warm slipper rug bathwater thing.
Something.
Right. And I'm sure I'm forgetting all the rotten stuff that goes along with it. That'll come back soon enough.
3 weeks, that'll give you time.
Okay. All right. You ready to go?
Yep.
All right, 550. Did you do a legal ID? 555 at KLLI, Dallas, Fort Worth, Texas. J.D. Ryan's on Live 105.
Thank you, Russ. And it's brought to us by Sherlock's Pub, where I'll be on Friday night on Collins Street in Arlington, Texas. Come out and see me. Stomach stapling and gastric bypass surgery are extremely dangerous, but a record number of people are lining up to get them. The American Society for Surgery estimates some 103,000 people had obesity-related surgery this year alone. That's up from 25,800 just 3 years ago. It's estimated that 3 out of 1,000 patients die within 3 months of the surgery, and some doctors put the death risk as high as 1 in 100. Yet more insurance companies are paying for the operation now because it is cheaper than treating obesity-related issues like diabetes and high blood pressure. 15 million Americans are eligible for the operation on the basis of their weight. You have to be at least 100 pounds overweight, of your ideal body weight rather, and you also have to show proof that diets and exercise programs do not work for you.
I don't know if we've talked about this or not. Do you know people gained weight to get on that? So the insurance would cover it?
No.
So like if you had to be 100 pounds overweight, did I have this right?
Yes.
And they weighed like 60, 70 pounds, they'd gain weight just so they'd make the minimum.
Because it's expensive. I can't remember what Dover said he paid, but Benjamin Dover, I think he paid $10,000 or something.
That's just giving up.
It's dramatic.
I have absolutely no control over what I shove into my mouth. I just give up. So I'm going to have part of my stomach cut out, stapled off for whatever, because I can't,
It's life-saving for some people. Like we had that Mish we used to have here on the radio station, and he's lost 150 pounds, but he was about to die. The doctors told him.
I don't understand when you know, because at one point they thought he was going to cut off his leg, didn't he?
Diabetes or something, yeah.
You think that would be at that point, you get on some kind of healthy diet. It's like what I do. Just cut out a lot of the fat and you can eat more. That's what I did Thanksgiving morning. I got up, had breakfast instead of waiting until, whatever. So I wasn't starving by the time everything was done.
That's what I did too. Get a nibble on something so you're not ravenous.
I just think having your stomach cut out, part of your stomach cut out, that's the epitome of giving up.
It's definitely last ditch effort time. How many they say did 103,000 people?
All right, go ahead.
Okay. Holding hands and cuddling are rated more highly than sex by the average American guy, according to this new survey. The survey found that 31% of the respondents believed emotional intimacy was what the American man wanted most in a romantic situation. 23% said sex was a man's number one priority in taking a hot date out, and the third was just good times, supported by 17%. Ozzy Osbourne's up talking again. He discussed the fact.
Read that again.
What?
I was just going to let it go. Guys want to cuddle?
According to this new survey. Yep, it says holding hands and cuddling are rated more highly than sex by the average American guy, according to this new survey. Survey found 31% of the folks that responded believed emotional intimacy was what the American guy wanted most in a relationship.
Who did the survey?
This was
some gay mag.
No, so a national research firm called Savoynet surveyed 1,000 adults between November the 21st and 23rd. Just accompanied the surveys.
I don't believe it. What guy's going to say he wants to cuddle?
I agree. That's why I pulled it out. It seemed kind of odd.
It's not odd. It's retarded.
23% only.
We don't like foreplay. We don't like to cuddle. We don't like anything before. We don't like anything after. We like to get in there, get it in, leave our seat, and go.
I agree.
You think bumblebees, they sit there and they want to do the, like, spoons with the flour when they're done with it?
No. 17% said just good times. That's what I want out of a relationship. No.
Well, you want good times, but you also want the clam.
Not the number one thing, though, yeah.
Yeah, the number one thing is the clam. That's the only reason we tolerate all the other stuff. If you didn't have that little gold hairy box, we wouldn't tolerate everything. There's no way we would tolerate everything else that goes along with it. There's none. Absolutely none.
Totally agree.
Try cutting a guy off from sex for about 6 months. See how long he hangs around. Why do you think guys go outside the marriage? Because you're not giving them what they need. If they really loved you, they'd never go outside the marriage, even if they aren't getting sex. Go ahead.
Okay. Ozzy Osbourne talking again, and he's discussing the fact that he's probably more famous now than he's ever been at any other point in his life. He said, quote, at 53, I met the Queen of England. I met the President of the United States. This year we had a huge party. My house was turned into this place I could hardly recognize. Tony Bennett sang in my backyard. I turned around. There was Sylvester Stallone and Elton John. My wife was hanging out with Elizabeth Taylor. The scene hit me like a brick. I had problems dealing with it. I made Tony Bennett walk with me into a quiet room, and I said, Tony, I'm from the working class background. I woke up this morning and thought, I have a house in Beverly Hills. I have a house in Malibu. I've got 3 houses in London plus a farm. I fly around in private jets, and now I have Sir Elton John in my house. Pretty wild, eh? Tony smiled and said, well, it hits me too. It's just effing weird.
You know he's only 55?
Yeah, 53. Ozzy?
He met those people at 53.
Oh, okay, at 55.
He's 55. I thought he was in his 60s.
I did too.
By the way he moves around and just the way he looks.
Sad. Is all that drug induced, or is that?
It's got to be. I don't think. Does he have something?
No, alcoholism and drugs.
Is he still doing them, or is that just from hangover from before?
And I believe he still has ongoing problems with alcohol.
He meant to say ongoing or recurring.
Recurring.
Oh, gotcha.
Thank you.
You're welcome. J.D. Boyd. Go ahead.
Okay. During a recent interview, Britney Spears said she was, quote, just a little bitter about her breakup with Justin Timberlake. She held her thumb and forefinger so close together, making the statement that everybody's on these websites has gone on and saying she was making some comment about his manhood. Well, now his grandmother, Justin Timberlake's grandmother, has come to his aid. Grandma Sadie has stepped up to clear things up. She said, nope, sorry, I grew up with this guy. I know that he has nothing physically wrong with him. I raised him.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Granny Poo Nanny.
No, Granny Poo Nanny. She changed his diapers. She was a kid.
Your weenie's not big when you get your diapers changed. She obviously saw it later on in life when he was getting some Granny Poo Nanny.
No, he was not.
Pulling a train with people.
No. Grandma Sadie. Mm-hmm. It's his grandmother.
Well, you don't come out and talk about your grandson's penis unless you've seen it in recent years.
Maybe he runs around the house naked.
That's sick. What happened.
That's sick.
Pulling a train with people.
That's sick.
Hey, you want to see the picture of the new flame on the Batmobile?
Yeah.
Pull up the opening page of my website. I had Chris put up the picture for a while.
Okay. Get it before everybody gets on it. Yep. There it is. There we go.
Was it up or not?
It's just slow.
Well, you said there it is.
Yeah, I found the site. It's just, this computer's just slow. Hang on. It's coming. I got nothing but a black screen.
Did you hit refresh?
Yep.
I got it over here.
Okay, I'm going to go there. Mine's frozen. Oh, my God.
That's the one that burnt my legs.
See how that one burned your legs off. Wow. You gonna leave it like that?
I haven't decided.
Do both of them do that? Both cars or just one?
This is the test one.
Oh. Wow.
That's a good 6 or 7 feet.
Yeah, that looks like a movie flame.
It scared both Vance and I. When he fired it off, we both jumped back. So we weren't expecting that. I don't think I'll show those pictures to my insurance company.
No, I wouldn't.
You think it should be bigger?
No. 6, 7 feet is plenty. Oh, there it is. Finally came up. Damn. That's frightening.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
Looks like the flame from the Addams Family or whoever it was when the big staircase opened up and the dragon blew.
That was a dragon. This is a car.
I know, but I'm just looking at the flames.
Jesus.
It's huge.
Get a grip on reality.
You're a guy with 2 Batmobiles. Now you get a grip on reality?
Well, I know the difference between a dragon and a car.
It's a flame. That's what I was talking about.
All right. Go ahead.
I don't think that's a real dragon anyway. Kid Rock is struggling to control his 10-year-old son, Bobby, because the kid refuses to apply himself at school. The rocker, whose real name is Robert Ritchie, has discovered Bobby has been throwing away letters his teachers have been sending home explaining how bad his work is, and he found out the truth the hard way by visiting the school. We had this kind of transition, Yuri said. My sister, who has been helping me with him for many years, just moved on with her life. Now I had to find somebody else to watch him. So I go to the teacher and I go, what's going on here? If something's going on, I need to know. And she basically said, your kid's throwing away his homework and his papers I've been sending home. Last week on 60 Minutes 2, Denver.
You're not wearing your teeth thing at night, are you?
Yeah, I am.
You've been chomping all day today. Where's your rubber band?
I don't know.
Well, I see the visit to Dr. Michael did a lot of good.
Well, I had it. Where it is.
Well, you're supposed to wear it every day.
I left it right here. It's gone. Somebody picked it up, thought it was trash. I'll find another one. Last week on 60 Minutes 2, Dan Rather revealed that Toby Keith has grossed $90 million in the last 2 years alone. In a follow-up interview with the website netmusiccountdown.com, Toby said that making all that money hasn't changed anything in his life. He says, I live a pretty normal existence. Nothing changes from making $1 million a year to making $45 million a year. It really doesn't. My dad was down to earth. My mom is still alive, and she's very down to earth. My sisters are down to earth. Keeping yourself surrounded by those kind of people will keep you grounded, even if you do make $90 million. Right, and we'll wrap it up. There's news and information. I'm J.D. Ryan, live 105.3.
Russ Martin.
Is Gail back tomorrow? She is? All right, good, John.
All right, let's see. Traffic-wise, closed due to an accident. That's northbound 35 Stemmons at the George Bush Turnpike, west and eastbound ramps. Delays all the way back to Walnut Hill. Also in Dallas, southbound 75 Central, right before 635 road construction as usual. The right lane is closed. Eastbound I-30 in Tarrant County, the West Freeway at 35. There's an accident. They're blocking the left lane there. Backing up to Forest Park Boulevard. And also in Tarrant County, eastbound I-30, the West Freeway at Summit Avenue, an accident. That is on the right shoulder. And let's see here. Weather-wise tonight, mid-40s for the overnight low. Going to be 58. Tomorrow it's 60 degrees currently. Live 105.3.
I don't know if I've got this story right or not. You know how they had the city marshals out on Thanksgiving in Dallas?
Heard about that, yes. Doing traffic warrants.
I don't think it was all traffic, was it?
No, it was all kinds of warrants.
Just outstanding warrants. Was it $80 million?
I believe so.
$80 million in outstanding warrants. And if I got the story right from some Dallas marshals, we won't say who. Okay. So we don't get anybody in trouble. They had this planned like 3 or 4 weeks out. Right before it happened, Laura Miller takes credit for it. Isn't that the way it sounded in the news reports?
Yeah, to me it did. That's who I thought was doing it.
Yeah. Isn't that right?
Yes.
And then some people got pissed off about it, that people were getting arrested on Thanksgiving.
Because it's a holiday and family and all that.
Well, I couldn't care less about that. It's your own fault for having an outstanding warrant.
That's true. You got a point.
And then somebody said now she's backing away from the whole thing. Well, I don't really have anything to do with this. They had this plan 3 or 4 weeks in advance.
Because it turned unpopular?
I guess. And really, who's it going to be unpopular with? The people that got popped. Sure. Who cares what they think? Not my fault. You got an outstanding warrant.
No. And there's a good chance you're going to be at home.
That's probably one of the best times to catch your ass. Sure. You're at home with your family. And also, it might be easier for the officers, the marshals. You may not put up a fight in front of your family.
True.
I saw some news footage. A couple of guys did.
Did they really?
They're pissed off that they were getting hauled out of their house on Thanksgiving.
You're right. Don't have a warrant out.
Not my fault. You can't take care of your own stuff. Now, if they made these Dallas marshals go out and work on Thanksgiving just for that purpose, then I wouldn't mind if they waited. But if they got a rotating shift anyway, and it happened that they were going to have to work on Thanksgiving, if they were going to do it anyway, fine, go pop every one of them. Sure. I just don't understand why it would be unpopular. Who cares?
I don't know. You're right.
And if I understand it right, and she really is backing away from it, what a chicken-ass thing to do.
Step up when it looks like it's going to be something positive, and then back away when it turns bad.
My idea. I thought of this. We're going to go get them. We're going to feed them some Thanksgiving turkey down at Lucero, wherever they haul your ass. I don't understand where the negativity would come from. You got an outstanding warrant. There's $80 million outstanding. Screw it. Who cares which day they pick to go get them?
I'll probably do it again on Christmas.
Good. Makes me laugh. What are we playing today, Eddie?
Hey, what did I tell you?
Let me see them. Which one's the finisher?
I think it's the second to the last one I like.
That one? Yeah. That's dandy. I'll need 3 people if you would then. Any word on when they're going to get this floor fixed in here?
I figured they'd do it over the holidays, but they did.
Yeah, they had 5 days that we weren't in here to get something done.
That's right. Yes, they did.
It seems like they could just come in and throw another layer of floor over this and correct some of it.
So it seems like that would be the easy way to do it.
Wouldn't it?
Yeah, they said that the trusses are fitted in.
The what?
There's trusses underneath the floor, basically so they can run cables through it. It's
okay.
On the floor. And
well, this floor made that noise from day one, so it's not like the floor is giving over time. It's always done that.
Yeah. And
that was one of the first things I bitched about when we got in here.
Right.
Hey, you can hear people walking on this floor. Go ahead.
Well, they were saying that they can't screw anymore into the floor because they're afraid that it's going to hit some of the cabling that they have underneath it.
All right.
So that they would need to pull it all the way up.
Okay.
Put in new trusses that would support it better, and then put new decking down.
Good.
Because I asked them the same thing. I said, well, can't you just come back in and just throw plywood over the top of it?
Right.
And they said no, because they got little cubby holes where they access the cables.
Okay. I guess it's going to have to turn into, I'm not coming in until the floor is fixed. What's the rush? They were supposed to get an estimate on it 2 or 3 weeks ago. Obviously, it's not going to happen. Nothing's going to happen. I'm going to have to make a statement, and I'm not going to come in. And I ain't going to the Christmas party.
Okay.
And I ain't renewing my contract in 2 years.
Okay.
All right. You got the thing loaded? Here we go.
Now it's time to play everybody's favorite game. And here's your host, Russ Martin.
All right. What are they playing for, John?
They will be playing for a month of fitness at Larry North, any of his outlets. Also a book, Living Lean by Larry North. 2 all-you-can-eat stone crab dinners at True Lux Seafood, Steak, and Crab, a $90 value, and 12 months bronze-level web hosting service from VertBiz.com.
All right. Welcome to the show, James.
Hi.
What do you do for a living?
Construction.
All right. And this next one. Hi, Ryan.
Hi.
What do you do?
Mechanic.
Okay. All right. You guys know how to play?
Yep.
James?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You know the answer. Say your name. Your name is your buzzer. Here we go.
Okay.
Number 1. Who do we know that pretends he's giving his mom LASIK by hitting her with a flashlight and then blowing the load in her eyes?
Ryan.
Ryan, go ahead.
Trey.
Trey is right. Who on the show is putting a CB in the Batmobile so that the cat...
Ryan.
Go ahead, Ryan.
Russ Martin.
Yes.
Finish it.
Oh, now you're going to help me with the show. You've been standing over there like a bump on a pickle for the past 20 minutes saying nothing.
Me?
Who on the show is putting a CB in the Batmobile so that the cow patty daddy can ride again? Funny to you?
It was when I wrote it.
Yes. I'd be worried if I walked past you to get mustard. Wow. That'll be the new kiss of death. Russ is going after mustard. He fired Tassos over the last time he was doing that. All right, where am I? Who on the show spent Thanksgiving eating turkey, relaxing, and then burning a cross in some black people's yards?
Ryan.
Ryan, go ahead.
JD.
JD is right. Who do we know that is giving his kids a giant gumball for Christmas from all the free stuff he scrapes off the table bottoms as the school janitor?
Ryan.
Ryan, go ahead.
Who is Dan?
Dan Lewis is right. Who on the show is in a new Christmas special called Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer and Tassos the Saggy Tita Snowman? That would be Tassos. Thank you. Who do we know that can't wait until Christmas so Mom can try on the new crotchless panties that he bought her? Ryan, go ahead.
Trey.
Who on the show will be giving gifts that will easily fit in his pockets so he can sneak them out of the store?
Ryan.
Go ahead, Ryan.
Dan Lewis.
I know. We'll take that one. We'll also take Dan O'Malley. We haven't decided if we can trust Dan yet. Who do we know that swears up and down that he's only acting like a bus station janitor for an upcoming film role?
Ryan.
Go ahead, Ryan.
Dan Lewis.
Who on the show is thinking of getting a new tattoo because Valerie likes to see her name in ink? God.
Ryan.
Go ahead, Ryan.
Who's ever?
No. What does that mean?
You were talking the other day about getting another tattoo. And it just kind of dawned on me, maybe you should get Valerie since they're hitched now.
Who's hitched?
You and Valerie.
How come I don't see any questions on here about Eddie getting to keep the change?
Those don't occur to me.
Yes, of course they don't. All right, we're going to leave off. Who on the show is in a life-size nativity scene as the big-headed baby Jesus?
Ryan.
Ryan, go ahead.
Who's JD?
JD is right. Who do we know that can't decide if he wants a Rock'em Sock'em robot for Christmas or for Mom to swallow?
Ryan.
Ryan?
Who is Trey?
Trey is right. By the way, the other guy hung up. I just keep going. Who on the show should want Dan Lewis to come back because God obviously hates Dan more?
Ryan.
Ryan, go ahead.
JD.
It's easy playing with just one guy.
Yeah,
I may do that in the future.
That's way too easy.
But we know that is the happiest that he's been in a long time because he gets to eat leftover food while he busts the tables.
Ryan.
Ryan, go ahead.
Who's Dan Lewis?
Dan Lewis is right. Who on the show is tired of all the big-headed jokes?
Ryan.
Ryan?
JD.
JD is right, especially since they are being flung at him by Cowpat. Okay. How did you guys find out my CB handle?
You told me a long time ago.
How did you know, Eddie?
You told me at one point it was just a CB handle. Like when we were making fun of Gavin, it popped back into my head, and I sat on it all weekend. I was in a deer stand going, Cowpat Daddy.
It seemed entertaining at the time.
Yes, it sure was.
This was 25, 28 years ago.
I understand.
God, was it that long ago?
Mm-hmm.
77? Actually, it would have been 76.
Mid-70s. CB craze.
Damn. All right. But we know that loves Thanksgiving because he can wash the taste. I'm going to use that as the finish. Wait a minute. Who do we know that wanted to play the Grinch for the holidays, but was beat out for the part by his wife?
Brian.
Brian, go ahead.
There's Dan Lewis.
Dan Lewis is right. Who do we know that loves Thanksgiving because he can wash the taste of Mama Poon out of his mouth with French pumpkin pie?
Ryan.
Ryan?
That's right. Oh, fuck.
Did you just say the F word?
I don't think so. I don't know.
Okay. And finally, who do we know that's only been gone a month, but we still miss him every day?
Ryan.
Ryan, go ahead.
Who's Trey?
No.
God. What a monkey.
I'll take it. Eddie was going for Brumley. That was very sweet.
Very sweet.
All right. Can I have the score, please?
He got them all. He got hung up.
What does he win?
He wins a month of Larry North Fitness, plus a guest pass and a book, Living Lean. He'll get 12 months bronze level web hosting from VertBiz.com, the official web host of Live 105.3 and the Russ Martin Show. Plus, 2 all-you-can-eat dinners, stone crab at Trulux Steak, seafood steak and crab worth $90.
Russ Martin.
Is that it already?
Yeah. It would have been here earlier, but I couldn't quit listening to it.
Just thinking if we got room, we could stick this really quick on the best of Eddie. This,
one from the day?
Yeah.
There's any room, but we could try.
I think you can put 80 minutes on a disc, and I think we've got... The guy on line one about somebody else running around saying they're me? All right. Yes, Jeffrey?
Yes, hey, I was just going to call and let you know that fella imitating you was down here on I-20 in Green Oaks at Hooters Friday night.
Really? What'd he say?
Well, I didn't talk to him. I told him he wasn't Russ Martin, and then I went back to my seat, and then 2 girls left that was with him. But my wife and I were sitting across from where they were sitting, and I kept watching these girls run back and forth to him. And I sat there and heard one lady introduce another lady to him as Russ Martin, and he signed her boyfriend's cap. He signed his cap on his bill, Russ. And that's when I walked up over there, and I said, hey, not Russ Martin. I said, he just got off the air 35 minutes ago. He can't be down here this fast. And
what day was this?
This was Friday, about 7:35.
Okay. We were running best of, so yeah, it could have been me, but I wasn't in Arlington.
Okay, but he's damn sure there signing people's caps as Russ.
What does this guy look like?
Well, I'm not sure exactly how tall you are. I'm believing he's about 5'9", 5'10".
Dark hair, mustache, anything?
Yes, sir. Dark hair, mustache. He's got a little thicker mustache than I've seen you with in your pictures.
It was a Hooters on Green Oaks?
Yeah, yes. It's on I-20 in between Green Oaks and Little.
Okay. All right. Thanks, Jeffrey.
You bet you.
All right. What is this?
That guy was supposed to fax us the card last week that the Russ guy had given him at Hooters.
This is the card he's handing out?
That's the card that he's handing out.
It just says Russ Martin, the Russ Martin Show. It's got the John Carpenter address. It's Live 105.3 logo. It's got our fax number. I don't even know what our fax number is.
I don't either.
Shows our office number as the request line.
See?
All right, so obviously this guy's in the mid-cities.
Yeah.
Because where did they spot him last week?
North Richland Hills?
Yeah, another Hooters, North Richland Hills, now 2 places in Arlington.
Didn't some guy also call, said something about Richardson?
I don't remember that.
Seems like there were 3 of them. We got 2 of them last week. One was in Grapevine, and I want to say somebody else said Richardson.
Everything I remember so far has been mid-cities. Just see the card real quick. It's just homemade on a computer.
Yeah. Feels like it.
Yeah, sure was.
The logo looks like they pulled it off the net.
Yep.
Because it's not, it's bad quality. Mm-hmm. And it's got my email address on it. And I got emails over the weekend, people wanting to know, hey, what do I do if I see this guy? I don't know what to tell him. Obviously, well, he's not dangerous.
No, you can't really call a cop.
And we don't even know if it's the same guy. Because there are a bunch of different dolts running around. Guess if you got bad hair, mustache, and buck teeth, everybody's me.
Stop it. You don't have buck teeth.
All right. I would say if you spot the guy and you've seen him leave, get a plate. That's the safest way to do it, because we can run plates. Mm-hmm. Dan's time. All right, Dan, tell me ahead of time what she's going to tell me, because this is turning into Elvis sightings.
One of the other calls.
Does she sound legit?
Yes, she does, because she mentioned the place in South Arlington that a previous caller last week had mentioned, and the same scenario.
Okay. Yes, Nancy?
Hey, Russ.
Yes, ma'am.
I was at Mulligan's in Arlington last Tuesday night.
Was that the other place we were talking about?
That's it.
Okay, I don't know why I was thinking Richardson. Go ahead, sweetie.
Yeah, the guy was standing there. He had a group of about 6 females crawling all over him.
This doesn't happen to me. Why is it happening to one of my knockoffs?
I don't know. He's probably more aggressive than you are.
Is he good looking?
Well, he looks a lot like you, so yeah.
Well, thank you. But that's not really what I meant.
I humiliated him publicly in front of those women to the point that he left.
What did you do?
Well, I started asking him questions that he couldn't quite answer.
How old does he look?
He looks early 40s.
Okay.
And he does look a lot like you, but not, he's not the real deal. And he's got that little arrogance thing going.
What does that mean?
You know what that means.
I don't act that way in public.
Russ.
I don't.
Yes, you do.
I'm very cordial in public.
Well, cordial, but in an arrogant way.
No, I just don't like hanging out with people. I'm quite embarrassed. I'm very shy in public.
Well.
And it comes off as being aloof. Yes. I don't think I'm worth talking to, and it always embarrasses me when people want to come up and visit.
And bother you.
And bother me.
Well, he was being bothered quite a lot and seemed to enjoy it until I let it rip, and he took off. He tucked tail and ran.
Well, if you spot him again, see if you can get find out what kind of car he's in.
Okay.
Thank you, sweetie. All right. This is getting a little, this is going beyond strange.
It's a little weird. Yeah, it's weirding me out. It's not even me.
I would be okay with it if there's somebody just running around, but the part that he's handing out business cards.
And signing autographs.
Yeah. Well, the business cards means it's premeditated.
Sure.
If somebody just came up and went, hey, you look like, do you mind signing? That's just one of those spur-of-the-moment things. But he had these cards printed up before he left the house so he could run around impersonating me.
Sure.
And I don't even know if it's worth going out to these places and hanging around, see if you spot him, because sooner or later, if he listens to the show, he's going to know that we're on to him.
Mm-hmm. That's my part of town. I could certainly go hang out.
Or we just give the heads up to these places where he's been spotted. Go, hey, if you see this, let us know.
Get a plate.
Yeah. How much is on here, Eddie, on this CD?
Just a little over a minute.
All right. Well, that'll fit on the CD. We had this little clip.
Bring that back. See if it works. See if it feels good. 3 weeks between now and Christmas, you're going to get a good vibe on it.
Yes. I miss Dan. You're right. Dan, what did we say? He's like those birds that sit on cows' backs?
Egret?
Yeah, that's what he is.
It's calming.
Don't they calm the cows?
Yes.
Or they just eat bugs off of them?
Both.
Do they?
It keeps the cows calm by eating
the bugs? Yeah. Eating the ticks? Yes. Dan's my very own tick eater. In fact, yes. I think I'd like, let's have him come up and practice on Lee Harris. That stomping noise on the floor.
That's you falling down. Kicking your feet. You're gone. And Eddie's all but puking. In fact, he did puke during the commercial break.
Could you yak?
It's the bowel. It had come all the way up and I couldn't hold it back.
I think it's the mental image of watching Dan tug on Lee's skin tags with his teeth.
Yeah, I think so.
Hey. These ain't ticks. Ticks come off. Let me roll this back a bit. They just eat bugs off of them.
Oh.
Do they?
It keeps the cows calm by eating
the bugs?
Yeah.
Eating the ticks? Yes. Dan's my very own tick eater. In fact, it's funny when a line comes to you that you think is going to be funny, and it's in your brain, and you want to hold it, and you're going, don't screw this up. You're gone. This will be a good line if you don't F it up. Don't slur it coming out. Because if you slur it, you don't get the chance again.
Not funny.
Don't screw this one up. Like somebody just walked up and handed you this.
Freebie.
Yeah, you can hear it when it comes to me. You can hear it in my voice. Yes. I think I'd like, let's have him come up and practice on Lee Harris. And when we save that in case something ever happens to Eddie, just play that underneath bits that are going bad. Because that seems to be a salvaging part of the show. We need a break again?
Please.
Is there anything more on this CD?
Just us laughing.
Oh, okay.
Trying to get to the break.
All right. And Dan Lewis is back tomorrow.
Yes.
He understands. Do I really need to have a meeting with him off the air so he gets it?
With Dan?
Yeah. I hate off-air meetings.
I mean, I can talk to him and explain it to him and tell him that it's all serious. And
is he going to listen to you guys? Because the last time we tried this to let him come in and read news, he didn't listen to you guys.
True. Well,
both of you went over it with him many times. Come in, read the news, get out of the studio. And he stayed the whole 3 or 4 hours.
Correct. We'll have 3 weeks. At the end of that time, why don't we just all, the 3 of us, have a little vote?
Why?
Just to determine whether we want him to come back after Christmas.
I don't care what you think.
No, then why are you asking me?
Yeah. I just dawned on me. Hey!
This is Russ Martin.
So who wants to pop tacos?
It's your job.
I don't want to. I don't like stuff like this. It's very uncomfortable.
Well, don't do it.
I got to do it. Dan Lewis is coming in tomorrow.
I know.
I'll do it if you want me to.
No, it's something I got to do, but I got to work out. How do you make this easier?
I can't.
Now, granted, earlier I said it because I was going to get some mustard for the corn dog, and I went, by the way, you're really out.
Yeah.
But I don't think he got it.
He's not believing you.
Ideas?
We can tell him that the whole Dan thing's a bit, and we just need him gone for the bit to work.
What happens at the end of the 3 weeks?
Yeah.
We just don't ask him to come back.
Okay.
The bit's working very, very well.
Yeah. He's buying it. Yeah, we'll do that. Okay. All right, we're going to pull this bit on Dan Lewis. We actually have to hire him. He's actually got to be on the payroll for, yeah, okay. I got it. I like that. And I'll tell you what's perfect about that. Mm-hmm. That's good, Eddie. If it doesn't work out at the end of the month, right? Tassos' feelings aren't hurt because he knew he was coming back anyway.
Right. Perfect.
Yeah. I like that.
You mean to tell him?
Yeah, if you would.
You coward. What? You're a coward.
I'll go tell him.
All right.
Bring him in here. I'll do it really quick.
He won't believe it on the air.
Yes, he will. I'll give him the off-the-air code.
Okay. What's the code? This is real. Winky?
Yeah. Yeah. I hate stuff like this.
I know. If you ever want to fire me, just seriously, just throw some mustard in my box. I'll get it. I mean it.
Is that going to be the new thing?
That's the new thing.
It's mustard. It's the kiss of death?
Yes. Just put one in my box and I'll get it. You won't have to say a word to me.
All right. You got the story?
Yeah.
Okay. Have you been crying?
No.
Oh, you look like you've been crying.
No, I have sinuses. Allergies.
Okay. Let me ask you this really quick. What answer were you looking for in my front yard when you asked me how you were doing on the show?
I don't know. Stupid question. I realized that when you started laughing at me. Especially when he said Dan, I thought at that point I'm just going to go dig a hole and crawl in it.
And then he follows me back in the house. Why'd you call me Dan? No reason. Dan? Why are you back in the house? I thought you were leaving. Just out in the front yard after the, thanks for coming by for Thanksgiving. Thanks for the dinner. Hey, by the way, I know you was mad last week. How am I doing now? What would you have said if I went, well, you know what, I was going to wait till Monday to do what I'm really doing now. If I was going to wait till Monday, how would that have floated for your Thanksgiving?
Okay. There's nothing I can do about it, obviously.
So it wouldn't have bothered you?
I mean, it would have bothered me a bit, but I mean, I'm not
gotten over it?
My life's not going to end over it.
Okay. Well, you're fired for 3 weeks. Get out of here.
See, that was easy.
Yeah. Thanks for making that easy on me.
I don't believe you.
Dan, go tell him it's real. Tell him not to talk to me afterwards about it either, because I'm distraught.
For more information about the Russ Martin Show, or to email us individually, go to russmartin.com or to buy the best.
In fact, if he could be gone before I get off the air, that would be best, because I really don't want to see him.
I understand.
Because I'm taking it hard.
Purchase the best of Eddie. Go to russmartin.com to get answers to any questions you may ever have, including links and audio bits. Go to russmartin.info. Instant email during the show is studio@russmartin.com. Other show sites are johndavidryan.com, eddieboyd.com, danand.com, KLLI.com. Let's see what else. For limousine service provided by Eldon Limousines, contact George at limogeorge.com, and everything else is live1053.com. All right.
See you guys tomorrow.
See you. All right.
What?
Tell him? You tell him.
Do you really not want to?
You just told him. I think Dan's going in to tell him. Eddie's
Dan's still in the room. He hasn't gone in to tell him nothing.
I can't hurt people's feelings.
I don't like doing it off the air. Just go in and tell him that I meant what I said.
Okay.
Even though we were on the air.
Okay.
Dan, why are you still in there?
Eddie, do it.
Because I don't want to leave before you leave.
Oh, I got it. Very producer-like. But go tell him right now. Make sure he's gone before I get off the air, because I don't want to see him. It brings back too many memories. Thank you.